In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Good morning, class. Say hello to Billy Madison.
Hello, Billy Madison.
You want me to take my shirt off for you?
No, thank you.
Okay, baby.
What up? Welcome back, Derek.
Oh, hello. Thank you.
I sent the message to Derek. I'm like, look, it's just 2 more days for the week.
Yeah.
Just enjoy your time with your family.
Told me just take off.
Take off, dude. You didn't have to come back. It's just 2 days.
I mean, I don't think I did it. I mean, from what I understand, like, the show was going just fine.
It was fine.
Yeah.
Of course, I miss my Derek. Of
Yeah,
course
no
I
doubt.
do.
But Nard, I heard Nard was doing his thing, though.
Nard,
so.
yeah, he said, yeah.
Yep.
And he said, oh, yeah. He did his thing. Well, that's all you can expect.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, Derek is back. Welcome back, Derek.
Thank
It's
you.
a telephone dildo, Derek.
Good job.
It's a telephone dildo, Derek. 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 Telephone dildo, Derek.
Yeah. All right, Nard, tell me the story about the boxing glove you saw this morning.
Yeah, it was some homeless dude. As I was leaving the store, this guy was just
All right,
strapped
hold on.
up.
Let me just help Nard out with this story. So Nard, parks that Chevy Predator that he drives, parks it, goes into the store. He's at a convenience store. He's getting some stuff, some water and things. As he's leaving the store, what happens?
This homeless dude had a boxing glove, and he was strapping it up. And
Just one.
Just one. And he was strapping it up, and I held the door open, and I
So
left.
you held the door
Damn,
open?
you assisted?
Yeah, because I was scared. I was like, oh, damn. He had his hands full, so he couldn't open the door. So I was like, here.
Let me
keep
get the door for you.
Yeah, I'll keep the door open. You keep it stride, and
that
don't
way
hit me.
you can go in there and just cause
Yeah,
havoc.
do what you need to do. And then I almost got in the wrong car because I was watching him. I was like, damn it.
You almost got the wrong
I did. I
car.
kept opening. I was like, why is it not unlocking?
You were trying to open somebody's car?
Yeah, because I was like looking at him. I was like, thank God there was no one in that car.
You like hitting the
Now
unlock
I get
button?
punched either way.
You got killed.
Either way.
You got killed. They would have thought you
Wow.
were breaking into their
Right.
car.
I was
Wow.
like, damn it.
And you were like, oh, man, something's going down in there. I got to get out of here.
Yeah.
What's this guy doing
I mean,
with
you
one
would have been the
boxing
first
glove?
person the cops tracked down. And we're like, hey, sir, we saw you.
You held the door
This would have
open
been my
for the
second
guy.
time. There
Yeah.
was this one time the guy was leaving, and he had a full bunch of chips and quesos and stuff, and was leaving the gas station. And I was like, "Wow, you got your hands full."
Probably me, yeah.
Yeah, and then he was robbing the place because the security guard was like, why'd you open the door?" I was like, "Oh,
I'm a gentleman."
I thought you guys just forgot to give him a sack, because he had his hands full."
Yeah, you were like, oh, okay. They're like, yeah, no, you never came to the register.
No,
so-
Nard will assist in a good robbery.
Yeah. No, he's
Loves
a gentleman. He's like, here, let me get that door
Yeah.
for you.
He was struggling.
Yeah, I was like, holy shit.
Let me help you out.
He did. He had a
Yeah.
bunch.
Guys try. I mean, the things overnight convenience store workers have to see. I mean, it has to be just
Fantastic.
It has to be incredible. Also scary. I mean, it has to be just
Has to be
insanely
funny times,
scary.
Scary times.
Yeah.
Just the
there-
smelly times.
There's places around here. I've never seen it before, but there's places over here by where our studios are. The convenience stores, they have full-time security guards at night.
Yeah.
Like that. Just I've never seen that before anywhere.
People are a little upset, because we have a new syndication strategy.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, we had to part ways with a couple of the stations.
Oh, okay,
And
so
so-
the week that Nard takes over for me, you lost
Well,
stations.
okay.
Yes.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
man.
we're not on in Delaware,
Oh man.
and we lost Corpus.
That's tough, especially all the people telling me now that Nard was talking crap about me and Chris.
Who?
Yeah.
What?
That's what the chat's saying.
The
So-
chat is full of crap.
So,
they're lying.
we have a new system
Okay.
for syndication. Unfortunately, it meant that we lost some stations.
Yeah.
But just so you guys know, we did the show free for years.
Absolutely.
Years and years and
Just
years.
to be on there.
Just to be on there, and just
Yep.
because we knew the listeners appreciated us, and we had no problem doing it. We did the show for free for years,
Yeah.
and we just obviously we couldn't do that any longer.
Right.
So that's the gist of it. And we brought Nard back, and then we just started losing.
Yeah, we did.
We
went down.
dropping
We've
like
lost.
flies.
We've lost stations now
It was
on
just,
the network
it was-
because of no. I mean,
I
let's
think we
just,
lost 5 or
no,
6
let's just
stations.
be honest. Like I go out of town, you fill it for me, and we lose stations.
I mean,
Okay,
it was like
that-
7
I mean,
we
that's-
were
stations we
already
I mean,
lost.
planning on losing
I mean,
this
that's
week
what-
because we were
no.
on vacation.
Well, I mean, but the
Yeah.
first day.
And
I think we lost. I don't know. It might have been 10 stations
Nope.
we lost.
We-
I'm
Oh
not
my
sure.
God!
that was the plan.
10
Was like
stations.
we wait till we go on vacation to lose them, and then they wouldn't really know.
Well, you
Yeah.
know what the plan was? Yeah, we were all going to be on vacation.
Well, the plan was like we're like on Twitch and YouTube and stuff. So if you really, I mean, if you love the show, boom, you're good.
Yeah, if you love the show, you can still watch us.
Yeah,
You know,
we're sad not to be on those stations anymore, but also no hard feelings to those guys.
But maybe
Shout out to Delaware. Delaware, I mean,
maybe
that
they'll
was
come
probably
back.
our longest affiliate.
Maybe they'll come back. Corpus, we were on there for a very long time. Maybe
Yeah.
they'll come back. I don't know.
If it's in their budget, I mean, you
Yeah,
know,
that's what it comes down to.
a lot of those radio stations are trying to run on just a no. It more power to them if they can pull it off.
This person says Corpus is too broke. Maybe. I don't
Eh.
know. You guys lost stations like Nard lost weight.
Yeah, fell off.
Yeah.
And Nard's not putting it back on to his credit.
Yeah, maintain them.
People will say, "How was the family time, Derek?" My wife cried the whole time. If
That's
that
what Derek
gives you
just
an
told
insight.
me.
Yeah,
She cried the entire time.
the entire time she cried.
And the reason being why she cried,
Not because of me, but because she booked a vacation to a beach resort, and it was a tropical storm the whole time we were there.
Oh,
I mean, she literally was in the hotel like most of the time just crying.
just crying because it was raining the whole time.
It was raining the whole time, dude. It
The whole
rained.
time you guys
It
were
rained
there.
the whole time.
so you
The
didn't
saddest
use the-
story, the saddest thing is we're at Margaritaville, and she's been saving up her checks and all this stuff. And she's like, I'm paying for, most of this vacation. And, to her credit, she did. And she, blows like $400 on this cabana at Margaritaville. And we're just sitting there in this cabana right by the pool as, Kenny Chesney's blaring. And it's just, it's pee and rain. I mean, it's just wind, thunderstorms coming in, blowing stuff out of the cabana. My wife's just sitting there crying. It was hysterical.
It sounds
It
horrendous.
was hysterical, and that pissed her off even more because I couldn't stop laughing every time she cried. Every time she cried, I laughed because it's just funny to me to as an adult, you know what I mean? When you get mad, you just
Well,
cry.
that's one of the risks
Yeah.
when you book a tropical vacation.
Well, and
is,
especially a short one.
yeah, that
Because you
too.
don't have like the whole week to like let it play out. Like I was sending her on my way to work this morning, I was sending her screenshots for the rest of the week. It's just bright and sunny there. No rain in the forecast.
I mean, you guys should have stayed.
Oh no, I wasn't gonna stay. That was gonna cost too much money. You know how they just
They charge more when
they
it's
bend
sunny.
you over down there.
They charge
And
more.
especially heading
They
into
do.
4th of July week. Oh no,
yeah.
no sir.
They charge more
'Cause-
for the sun, Nard.
And they do. They absolutely do. As we were starting to leave, I mean, people are just pouring in because they're like, "Oh yeah, the sun shines here."
Sunshine, we're gonna have
Rest
a
of
great
the
time.
4th of July week, they were amped. As we're leaving, as we're packing up and driving out of the hotel, there's people that are pulling in. They're getting out of their car and they're like, "Woo!"
Yeah.
Like they're going in, like they're just like, "Yes, yes,
It's clearing up.
yes,
Yes.
Yeah.
You guys done with that cabana?
yeah." Yep.
You guys have fun.
Uh-huh. No, it was funny, bro. It was so funny. I mean, she's just so mad about it. But what
I
can you do?
bet.
What can you do?
That's happened to me before.
Yeah, I think it's happened. I mean, it's happened to a lot of people.
A lot
yeah.
of people. Anytime it's happened a lot of times. I'll book a trip to
Mhm.
a weekend to Disney or something.
Yeah,
Rains the whole time you're there.
I mean, she just bought like just enormous amounts of like baby beach gear. Like things for babies on the beach, and it's just
Should have
none
bought
of it got
flood
used.
stuff.
Yeah, none of it got used.
Oh,
Yeah, it was awful, but funny too at the same time in a weird way.
Well, yeah, you had to be laughing.
I mean, those kind of things do make me laugh. Just like when stuff just goes south. It's just like, yeah, I get a kick out of it. And then, I mean, she takes it out on just everybody.
Yeah,
Poor
that's the best,
poor
right?
hotel front desk lady. I mean, ooh. Our car didn't work one time, and I thought my wife was going to kill her.
Uh-oh.
Like, the card to get into the room. I mean, she went down there, and she was just like, what's your effing problem? She was, like, banging on the front desk, Just
angry.
Yeah, pissed off. And the man comes out. She's like, ma'am, can I help you? She's like, yeah. None of your goddamn keys ever work. And the lady's like, oh, okay, let me have it. And she takes it, beep, beep, and sends her on her way. And she was like, have a good day, ma'am. And she was like, F you.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, just pissed.
She'd had it.
Just pissed. Almost got into a fight with a girl at the breakfast, continental breakfast, whatever they have there. I mean,
the
it was
complimentary
just like,
breakfast
she
that you
was
probably
pissed.
got.
She was so pissed the whole time. Yeah. No, it was horrific what happened this weekend.
I
Horrific.
feel bad.
Oh, no, it's fine. I mean, it was funny. It was really funny.
Right. Just ironic.
And then she got a little pissed. Coming back, you got to go through like a checkpoint. And she thought that the Border Patrol thing was eyeing her a little bit too much.
Oh.
But didn't really, eye me and, my Caucasian daughter.
Well, yeah, I know, but
Yeah.
you are 99.99999% German.
Well, I know.
So,
I told her she was looking into it too much. I was like, she said, you don't know. You shut up, cracker.
She changed.
Called me a cracker. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, bro. She came back a different person.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
When you try to go on vacation, you have a bad one.
I just don't think it would have been that bad, except for she paid for it.
Oh, yeah.
That's why it really chaps her ass. If I would have paid for it, it would have been like, oh, well, what can you do? You can't control the weather.
Right?
Because I kept saying that, and she was like, if you say that one more time.
Oh.
I'm like, what can you do? You can't control the weather.
Well, coming up, we're going to be in hurricane season.
Yeah. Well, we were in it this weekend. We were in it.
He said it's on its way.
We were in it. We had pre-hurricane.
Well, all right. Does that mean that since it was raining there, are we going to get rain here soon?
I don't think so.
Oh,
I think
damn.
I was
That
watching.
sucks.
So I started watching like the radar maps and stuff. And I kid you not, like it was coming in off the ocean, hovering over South Padre, and then heading back out to the ocean.
It was like, hey,
Yeah.
Derek
He's gonna
and
be
his
there for a
family
couple
are here.
days.
Like
Let's
we
just
were the
do a quick
cul-de-sac it was
turnaround.
turning around in.
We'll speed him there.
It
And
just
we'll
kept
leave.
going in a circle.
Yeah.
Hey, oh no, look.
Yeah.
They're about to have some fun. They're in their cabana. Hit them.
Bro, the cabana was, oh my God. I wish somebody would. I just wish I could have had like a picture of us just sitting in the cabana, hunkering down like it's our home. We're trying to survive a storm. And it's like, wasted away again in Margaritaville.
You could hear the music, right?
Oh, yeah, the music's just blaring. It's just blaring with like tropical
It's fun music.
Sunshine songs.
Oh, my God. It's like, let's get hammered music.
Yeah.
Not a worry in the world. It's vacation 24/7.
You know how I
It's
know
the
it
sun.
rained? Because Derek came back. He doesn't even look like he got any sun.
No
Usually,
sun.
usually this dude comes
Yeah.
back, he's bright red.
Right.
His cheeks
Anytime I
are-
even see the
He's
sun.
glowing.
Yeah.
He didn't put sunscreen on. Nothing.
Nothing.
Never. I could have wore pants the whole time.
That's how I know it wasn't sunny, because
No, it
Derek
wasn't.
doesn't have a lick of sunburn on him.
Not one. I didn't see the sun. Not one time. Not one time. I mean, it was the worst beach vacation you could have.
Because, beach vacation, you like to wake up with the sun. You wake
Yes.
up, and then the sun's coming out,
Oh.
and then you just feel recharged.
No, you would have thought we went on vacation in Forks.
Forks.
Yeah.
Like
Twilight.
it's Twilight,
Yeah.
where it rains all the time in Portland and
Mhm.
Seattle.
That's where you would have thought we went on vacation to. Yep. No, so she's she's going through it a little bit now. She'll be all right though.
That's like when I took the family on a vacation to Seattle, and it didn't rain once, and I was pissed
Yeah,
off.
see that pissed me off too.
Right, so I was like,
Yeah.
I'm coming here
It
for
was
the
super
rain.
sunny.
It was like hot
Yeah.
and miserable. I was like, what is it? Where is the Seattle that I want
Mm-hmm.
with the rain?
It's always funny how that works.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
but
when
so.
like Minnesota, right? I'll go back there,
Mm-hmm.
and it's 99 degrees.
Yep.
I'm not coming here for sunshine. I'm coming here to get away.
Said should have just came back then. I mean, I was gone 2 days, El Ray. Like, what are you talking about? I should have just came back, what, 12 hours? I should have went down there and be like, well, this isn't going to clear up.
People are saying you guys should return all that beach stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I would, but I don't know. She'll worry about it.
You didn't pay for it,
yeah,
right?
and she gets it in like sketchy ways, so I don't know if she has receipts.
Oh.
I don't know if
Gotcha.
she bought it like second. I don't know. I don't know.
understand.
I'm not. We don't communicate like a normal husband and wife. We just basically have sex.
All right, like most husband and wives don't do that.
I know.
So.
Yeah. So I'll take it.
All right, I got a man that outgrew his wife.
Okay.
Oh, damn.
I got somebody that says marriage is not
Oh, damn.
difficult. Yeah. And this woman says she would never be caught dead with an ugly man. We'll get to that next.
1-855-FU-BILLY. Back to the Billy Madison Show.
Don't forget, I got to get you qualified. That's the reason why we're not on vacation, is so that we can get you qualified for that Disneyland trip where the answer's always D.
That's awesome.
That's coming up. Can you outgrow your wife?
I mean, people change, so.
Right? You always hear about the wives. I outgrow him.
Yeah.
We went different ways. You know, because, ladies, I'm just going to tell you, I'm just going to be honest. Like, the dude that you meet, like, dudes don't grow up.
No.
We stopped growing up at the age of 12.
I always waited for it to kick in and happen. Like, one day I won't be like this, and then I'm the same.
Same.
Yeah.
There was a cop that is in trouble because he did a pull my finger prank. This is a cop, probably in his 30s. He's still doing pull my finger.
Yep.
Right? There's still people that, like, I saw this guy, he's like, he was doing, like, guess my fart with his dog, right?
Yeah.
But he called it eat my fart, and so he would fart in his dog's face, and then the dog goes, he's like, eat my fart. That's just dudes.
How they are. I mean, you know, that's why if you want to do it a certain way, it's like how he was when he was younger is how he's going to be. So if he was really mature and like that, then that's how he'll be. But if he wasn't.
You always meet those people that are super mature.
Absolutely, yeah.
We wouldn't be in this job. I'm just warning our wives. We would not be doing this job if we were mature.
I will say they're necessary, though, Nard. Not everybody can be, you know,
that sucks.
The highlight of the room or whatever, you know.
Oh, man, this guy,
the center of attention.
That's Nard.
Yeah.
That's why I like boring people. Nard hates them.
Yeah.
Derek,
Like
Nard was telling me that his new major problem that he has is that when he walks in rooms, women all eyes are on him.
Well,
he thinks he's so gorgeous that all eyes are on him.
I also think the problems that Nard has is, you know, being a grandpa and falling asleep at Big O Tires. I mean, I'm peeing my pants, like sitting in the hotel room. Like I almost called in on Monday because I wanted to pee my pants. The photos the Big O Tires guy were taking with Nard, they're all standing around him as he's just passed out.
Oh, I know.
I mean, he is passed out.
Grandpa snacking on the
table.
Some Z's.
Like if I walked into Big O Tire and I turned to my left and I see this like homeless guy just sleeping on the table.
You guys have never slept at a shop?
I never have.
No, the
like,
funniest
waiting
thing.
for your tires to irritate or something?
Especially like my head down on a table, like I'm in middle school.
If they had like a couch, I would lay across it.
That's cool. You can't do that in a business.
You can't.
The funniest thing is, so our buddy Andrew, he's like, hey, his car was done 3 hours ago, but Nard slept for 4 hours.
Yeah, that's I mean, I believe it, but that is Grandpa Nard. I thought this whole gallbladder thing was supposed to give him energy.
No, this dude is tired.
I mean, you were a sleepy boy.
Well, yeah, I was waiting.
He fell asleep 8 times while we were doing the show.
Yeah, I believe it.
What?
I laughed and
Derek, you know
I
how many
love
words?
that they all surrounded him and took a picture as he's just like
and I
passed
love
out.
And then there's the meme of the one white girl surrounded by
yes.
Yeah, so
that was so funny. That's what I was laughing about. So that was really good. That was really good. That was really good.
All right, so this dude outgrew his wife.
I left my wife because she didn't grow and evolve. We got married, and I built a business, and I became incredibly successful, and I evolved into this whole other person. I worked on myself. I became enlightened, and she just stayed who she was. She never did.
This guy's a dumbass. I mean, you're going to change, but I mean, you married that person. I've evolved. I grew a business.
Yeah.
They grew apart.
I've done this. I did all this stuff. I get it. All right, so if you go to the gym, right, and you're working on yourself and your wife becomes a fatty.
Oh, you got to leave
Okay,
her.
I can see. Yeah,
Easy.
you don't have to be rude, Nard.
Yeah, Nard.
Right? All right. Okay, I can see, like, different lifestyles.
Yeah.
Like you were
Right?
just fat.
I know, but she's an anchor at that point.
That was you.
Do you remember the
You
fat-
were just fat.
Yeah.
We used to do this bit on
You
Tuesdays.
swear you act like you were never fat.
Like
It happens.
a long time ago, we used to do this bit when we had prizes.
Yeah,
The reason I stopped doing the bit is we didn't have prizes.
And so it's hard, you know.
It's hard to
It's
get.
also too we feel bad too, not like, you know, with the participating like that. It's like we got nothing.
We got nothing. You're going to call in.
Yeah.
And you're going to be a big girl, and you're going to tell us what your favorite food is, how much you weigh, and then you're going to gargle whatever food you have around. Hilarious bit. Love the bit, but I don't have a prize. And I don't know how you get a sponsor for that.
I don't either.
We would always give away, like, I don't know, Burger King or Arby's. We'd always have
we
some
used
sort
to
of
give away
food
like
product.
a place called Taco Bueno gift
Yes.
cards. Yeah.
Oh, we would give them all sorts of that. They would call in. I remember that one girl, Toll House cookies. She called in and gargled Toll House cookies.
Whole. They were whole. They were whole cookies.
It was badass.
It was badass. It was incredible.
But
the whole cookies was just, I mean, you could hear them tumbling around in her throat, just whole.
So this dude, he's mad that his wife didn't evolve. I've never heard of this. I always hear like, oh, my husband didn't evolve.
I've never heard of it vice versa.
Any of those things. She was kind and loving and a great mom and never did anything wrong. She didn't cheat on me, but it just wasn't enough.
What? You dumbass? She was kind, good mom, didn't cheat on you. Seems pretty agreeable. And you're like, I outgrew her. What an idiot.
So he's saying he changed, but she didn't.
You know what's going to happen? Here's what happened. He started making a little money.
Yeah.
He's like, all right, I can upgrade her because she's not.
Yeah.
I can get somebody more attractive than her.
Who doesn't like upgrades?
Right. But the danger in that is you had a loyal, sweet, kind wife. You're not going to get that. This next one's going to be hot. You got more money.
Like
I know what Nard's talking about. Like, people like upgrade, but like, you like to upgrade your car. You like to upgrade your phone. Maybe your wardrobe. Maybe even your home. But like, when you're talking about upgrading people,
why not?
That's wrong.
That just seems that doesn't feel wrong?
No, because girls do it all the time.
They do.
So why can't guys do it? Like, we're acting like this is weird
and it does happen.
But if it was
girls do
it,
when do girls do it?
all the time.
I don't see it as much.
Is this personal?
I don't.
I'm just saying they do it all
yes,
the time.
because
I didn't know if it sounded personal.
Because Frank is a very handsome man,
right?
Taller,
Why does it always relate to
stronger,
that?
muscular.
That's where it felt
version.
like it was coming from.
It wasn't.
It feels like you're upset that your wife upgraded.
No, she didn't.
Okay.
I mean, he's like
a dumbass.
younger, more handsome version. You know, I do it just. That's all I
and then now you make me lash out like that.
I know. I'm trying to get you to wake up, Grandpa.
You shouldn't you need to work on that. When other people are poking you, you can't lash out at somebody that's not poking you.
He's in the room and he can
You
kick
do
my
that
ass,
though.
I know, but no, I'm doing it because this keeps you awake.
I am awake.
Yeah,
I don't know why you do that though.
Handsome, he's strong, he's
That's
tall.
rude of you.
It's rude of me.
Right?
It is.
I gotta wake you up, and nothing wakes you up more than some competition.
Okay.
Now let me get back to this guy, this jerk.
I wasn't fulfilled by that anymore, given who
Just say it. Just be like, hey, I got a bunch of money now. I can get some baddies with fatties. I want some big old boobies. I got all this bread now. Let me get a hot chick. That's what happened.
That's really what he's saying, but he's dressing it up like, she didn't evolve.
No. Here's what you do, man. And this is where this guy went wrong. Let's say then you're like, hey, put a set of Dr. J's on your wife.
Right.
Upgrade your wife, you dumbass.
Yep.
Right? Maybe talk to her. Maybe she would like to have some. Maybe she had popped out a couple of your kids. Sounds like she's a wonderful mom. Slap on a couple Dr. J's, call it a day. All of a sudden, you got a little upgrade. And
not a bad idea.
Kind, loyal.
I had grown into, and I knew I couldn't condemn myself to a life with that person.
Condemn?
Right.
I can't condemn myself to a loyal, kind, nice, good mother woman. What an idiot.
We said the same thing. Remember our buddy Daniel that was on the show? Remember he left his wife because she didn't like rock concerts?
That's true story. I get you might not have common interests.
She was his high school sweetheart.
Yep.
They had 2 kids together.
Here's the thing.
She'd never been with another guy.
Here's what you do. You compromise. You're like, hey, come to my rock concert. I'll do something stupid that you like.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you do. It's called compromise.
Didn't do anything wrong and was a great mom, but I just didn't want it. I made that up. You never hear men say that as the reason for divorce, but you hear it from women regularly.
Yeah. I mean, this guy's a dumbass. You'll hear that from a woman.
Yeah.
I watch all
I've never heard that from a guy.
I have never, ever heard a dude say that. That's why it was shocking to me.
That is shocking.
Now, I have had, you hear that from a woman where it's like, he was nice, he was kind, the relationship just got kind of boring.
Right.
I outgrew him.
What they used to say,
evolve.
like, he didn't fill up her love tank or something.
Yes.
It was like something like that.
And so it's just, we just grew apart.
Mm-hmm.
Man, you never hear dudes say that. Now, I don't know. That dude could be trolling, and he could have just said all those things. He could have just totally been trolling and been like, you know what? That's something you never hear a guy say that.
You don't.
Now, sometimes men who all of a sudden they build a business and they can upgrade and get a hotter chick.
Yeah.
I have seen dudes do that.
That does happen.
But it never ends up good for them.
No, it always ends badly.
Right?
You go back like 10 years later, whatever happened to then it's like some horrific.
Me. She took half my business.
Yep.
Right? So, yeah.
Exactly. I had a buddy growing up with that. He moved in the duplex across from me because his dad left his wife, and got this hot new chick, and he had a business. He had like some kind of he worked with like metal and stuff, had his own business, whatever. Anyways, fast forward like 5 years, she took everything from him.
Yeah.
Like everything.
Yeah, I'm sure the ride was fun. I'm sure the sex was fun.
Yeah.
But what they say, if a man can control his lust, he gets to control his money.
That's the biggest thing. Control your lust.
If you control your lust, then you control your destiny.
It's just easier said than done.
Yeah, it is.
That's why it's,
That's because it's easier said than done because there's so many baddies out there.
There are, yeah. And so it's really tough for guys.
And if you're a dude that's never had access to baddies, and all of a sudden now you got a business, you got money, and baddies are seeing that, you're getting attention. And then you go home and your wife, maybe, you know what I mean? Maybe she's popped out a kid or two and she doesn't look as good as those women.
She's been doing for like 5-6 years.
Or that,
that's all right.
But it's her
So
best
it's like,
meal, you dumbass.
That's all right.
Yeah,
it's a damn good meal.
Yeah, but like,
she
why would
puts
you?
love and
Why
care
would
in
you want that every day?
I'm just saying, the better option, instead of getting with these baddies, is to upgrade what you got. Right?
Yep.
Put some Dr. J's on it.
It's just weird for him to start out to say in the audio, she's kind, she's loyal. It's like, all right, man.
Well, you do hear women say that about dudes. He was so
want?
loyal to me, he's so kind, we just grew apart.
Well, he's giving her a good send-off for other guys to be like, oh, she's kind and loyal. Like, okay, cool. Like, he was being nice.
But he is, like, it just goes, the roles are reversing. Guys are becoming girls.
You know what's crazy? So this person is saying that marriage is not difficult. And the only time marriage is difficult is when people make it difficult. When you should never have to, God, we just have to work so hard on our marriage. Like they say that's the worst thing. It should not feel like work. You're just like if you choose something that you love with your whatever career you do, right? Choose something that you love to do and you never work a day in your life.
Yeah.
That's always the advice, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you choose something you love to do, you never have to work a day in your life because you love what you do.
Right.
That's how marriage should be. Marriage shouldn't be this big, difficult thing.
Marriage is not hard. Marriage is not hard. It is not meant to be hard. Life can be hard. But my husband, when life is hard, he makes my life easier.
See? That's the thing, right? So life's hard, right? You're going to have challenges. But the husband, the spouse comes in, whether it's the woman or the man. They make your life easier during difficult situations. Instead of putting all the energy, our marriage is tough. Or you come home and, like the old, you know how dudes used to come home and take their bad day out on their wife?
Yep.
And now I love it now because I saw some TikToks. These women are like, what's so cool and refreshing is I get to take my bad day out on my husband. She's like, I can't wait to take my shoes off and take my bad day out on my husband.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, that's just...
And he's just bracing
it's just
for it
karma,
at home.
dudes.
Yep.
That's just karma.
It is. Women are lashing out.
Now you got dudes, when they hear the key go in the door, he's like, oh, gosh, I'm
Oh,
going to get
God.
it. I'm going to get it. It's going to be mad.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he is never the thing that is making my life difficult. Marriage is not what's making my life inherently difficult. Outside things can make your marriage feel difficult if you're stressed out or overwhelmed or whatever it is. But your marriage should not be difficult from the inside out.
So if you pick somebody you love then your marriage doesn't feel like work. But if you pick somebody,
Yeah.
right, and it feels like work, you probably picked the wrong person.
Do you think it's just like people don't actually know what love is? And that's where they get confused, or
I think they've been sold this Disney fairy tale that every day is just going to be spectacular.
okay.
And people don't know how to be bored anymore. And people don't know how to just chill. They say the best couples are the ones that can just sit in silence.
Mm-hmm.
Just to be right next to each other, sit in silence.
Yeah.
One's doing their thing, the other one's doing their thing, and they're content.
Yeah.
If you can sit in silence with your partner,
One of them's cheating, though.
no,
One of
Just
so
they're sitting in silence.
we
Yeah,
got
when they're
this
sitting in
pessimist.
no, when they're sitting in silence,
I
one of
love
them
it.
are texting or
I love
DMing
it.
somebody.
See, he's the problem.
I love
No,
it.
I
I
don't.
love it.
No, this is, see, you want to
He
do something
hates
romantic?
marriage now, and I love that.
I
No,
know.
I'm
I know.
just-
He does. He has
Yeah.
one bad marriage.
You
now
guys
he
are
hates
going
them
to say
all.
I'm wrong?
Yeah, I'm going to say you're wrong.
I
Because
guarantee
you know what's really
I
adorable?
guarantee that if they're
Can
sitting
you
in silence,
shut up?
one of them are cheating.
I'm telling you right now, what's adorable, you're sitting there, you know, my wife, she's over there, she's playing the Switch 2, or she's farming right now on her phone. She's building like a whole city on her phone, right? And then I'm doing prep for the show.
Yeah.
And then, you know, one of us will take our hand, we'll put our hand on each other, and we'll just kind of hold each other's hand while we're, you know, doing our
That's
thing.
different.
No, that's
Because you
that's,
guys are so close, you guys can touch each other. But if you're
Yeah,
sitting in silence,
that's
in a
what I
living
just
room-
said, dumbass. Do you have headphones on? How
I
many
do.
times
He
have I
does.
asked you this week? Have you
He
got
does.
headphones on?
Yep.
Yeah, but what
He
I'm
just
saying,
doesn't comprehend.
yeah, I do. Like
Alright.
if you're sitting in silence in either in like a different room or like, but the bed's different.
What
But
do you-
if
I
you-
didn't say different room. Now you're adding stuff. I
I'm
said
not.
if you can sit right next to your partner in silence, right?
Yeah, that's on. That's right next to him in the like the recliner or the couch
Yeah,
or whatever.
I don't have a recliner,
I
Grandpa.
know, but I'm just sitting. You.
I don't.
Just
I got a bed. I got a bed. And
Yeah.
it's-
What is he? 100?
Oh, you can't want to
I'm
be 100
sorry.
to have a recliner.
I got this guy over here. He's got like, well,
You either
he-
gotta be 300 pounds or 100.
You're ridiculous.
this dude.
That's
He's
stupid.
a
That's
grandpa over
stupid.
there.
That's
You know what's so funny, Derek?
what?
What?
This is the funniest thing. Because, you know, when Nard was almost dead on his floor,
Uh huh.
there were all these TV guides
There
all
was no
over his
TV
house.
Yeah.
guide.
No, there are. He's a
Oh.
big TV guy.
I don't
'Cause
have
he
TV
did-
guides
no,
or
no.
newspapers.
No,
I
because
don't have any of that.
This guy can't spell, but he loved the TV guide crossword puzzle.
That's
do,
ridiculous.
Do you know though that Nard does have he has like 8 recliners in his living room.
No, there's
Every
a-
chair you sit in reclines.
even the ones
Yeah.
at the kitchen table.
Yeah.
They do not.
Yeah,
Every
they
one
do.
of them do.
Yeah, in the living room, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it's the
like
best
8. You have
feature.
like 8 seats that recline.
It's only 4.
Okay. Well, it feels like 8.
Well, do you get all those from I don't know, Santico's movie theater?
Well, you
Is
just
that
not
where you got
you
'em?
won't
No,
They
you
have a
won't
sale
put a
on
seat
chairs?
in your living room unless you can recline. Like you're just like, ugh,
Yeah.
ugh.
Derek, I don't have one
Sit
one
straight up.
I don't have one chair in my house that reclines. I don't have one.
I know.
Oh man.
I have
It's
seen a
crazy.
lot of women. They're like, I want to get a recliner.
Yeah.
I have seen that.
They're so comfortable.
I remember when I was watching Nard's house when he was dying, and I just I put all the recliners up, so when he came home, every chair was.
stupid. It was so stupid.
I would have rearranged the
It
furniture.
was like he was.
I
a
would have, but it was
child.
so heavy.
I wanted to do that so bad.
It was so
I
heavy.
wanted to go there and I wanted to put everything in the living room and the kitchen, and then put everything in the kitchen.
I don't
and the
even
living
know
room.
how he moved in. I really don't.
He
Those
had,
are the heaviest chairs I've ever. They were like bolted to the ground.
no, he had
No.
men do it.
They're electric, so they got the motor underneath it.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
All right. Those are the heaviest recliners.
They're the chairs that you get when you go to a seedy hotel and it's like it shakes. You know, the bed shakes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What?
no, they're like dirty. They're like I think he got
They
them
were
from like
comfy
some
though.
I got it from Lazy Boy.
No,
They're
you-
freaking
You did.
comfortable.
You got it from
No,
a
you got it
closed down
from-
movie theater.
I did not either.
or porn
I
or one of
don't-
those
wait.
closed down adult theaters.
Adult theaters.
Yeah, where they used to touch
Yeah,
themselves.
Come on.
Come on, get out of here, Nard.
You
You're a
gotta get
silly
outta here.
boy.
You get
You're
outta
a
here.
silly boy. All right, quick break. We'll be right back.
back to the Billy Madison Show.
What's up? Welcome, Billy Madison Show. Man, Derek just told me a sad story.
Very sad.
Just an incredible
The story probably everybody in town's talking about.
Yes. So there's a very, I mean, everybody loves Las Palapas. And the founder was stabbed to death in his home.
Yep.
Crazy.
Yep. My chick immediately solved the case and was like, "Oh, he's a mistress." What?
No,
it wasn't.
Edward Acosta.
It's not even like they already arrested the guy.
Was found on this yesterday.
Yeah.
In his home, and they're saying this is what it says. It says was fatally stabbed by a family member at the home. Now I don't know if that was his home or whose home it was.
I believe it was his home. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Damn. I
He
know.
was from California. He was coming in, I guess, to stay with, whatever. He stopped by. I don't know. I just heard the story, and I just said, wrong.
Yeah, the maid was there and heard it all.
Yep.
Golly.
Brutal way to die, though.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, restaurants, all those places are iconic. They're putting them up everywhere.
Yeah, they are.
That's
why it's a high-profile murder.
Yeah, it is. Unreal. I know Goof is recording the audio's in there.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah, just put it on the bottom, like row 3. Okay, I got you. You know what I mean? Like underneath that last one, row 3. It's crazy. Oh, and they're saying it was by a family member.
From KSAT 12, the Night Beat starts right now.
A heartbreaking day for those in the San Antonio food world and for the many local charities he helps support. Sources confirming to KSAT that 78-year-old Ron Acosta, the founder of the Las Palapas restaurants, killed at his home this morning.
So KSAT learned that Acosta was the victim of the crime from sources and also this arrest warrant right here. Now, police have not identified Acosta, but have been calling this a high-profile murder. The night team's John Paul Barajas shares what else we've learned about the man who was arrested in this case and what happened leading up to the stabbing.
It's a high-profile murder. The suspect attacked the victim, and he is now deceased.
He's 78 years old.
Yeah.
KSAT now knows why the San Antonio police chief called this crime scene in a gated community off of 1604 in Blanco high profile. Multiple KSAT sources confirmed the victim was Las Palapas founder, 78-year-old Ron Acosta, and public records show Acosta is the owner of the home where the crime happened.
Stabbed to death by someone we believe is a relation to the victim.
We also have the suspect's name now as well. According to that warrant, it is 39-year-old David Ruiz, who they believe is a family member to the victim, Ron Acosta.
I believe nephew or something is what I read.
Gosh.
Yeah. Brutal way to go out, too.
Yeah, it is.
By stabbing is just insane.
Yeah, that's awful.
And then I wonder, what could have led to that?
Yeah, right? What was the argument about?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll find out more maybe.
This old couple, they were arguing because he kept buying his woman. You know how she's like, I'm going to start working out.
Okay.
I'm going to work out.
I'm committed.
I'm very committed to working out.
Yeah, good for her.
And I think, let's see if it's in there. It's the grandpa that's had enough.
Okay.
This grandpa had enough. He had bought so many of these different workout things. She wanted one in every room.
I think it's at the bottom of 2. Grandpa is tired, maybe?
Yeah, he is tuckered out.
Tell you something, I am sick and tired of these son of bitches, okay? You got a house full over on the hill. All you do is buy these things and play with them a little while.
No.
I am sick of them.
That's it. All you do is buy these things, just play for them a little while, and then you just stop using them.
That would be annoying.
Yeah, they always say a Nordic track turns into a coat rack.
Oh.
You know how many of these things you've had? You know how many you've had? Now you want me to take this big complopsy piece and put it in that down there. It'll take a third of that's how much folds up. I don't care if it does.
It folds up. Let me translate for you.
It folds up.
She said it folds up. And he's like, I don't care. There's like one of these stupid contraptions in every room.
I don't think you had to translate that.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you don't want it, let's throw it in the car.
didn't say
He said, if you don't want it, we're going to throw it in the, get out of there.
get rid of it.
So you go ride it next week.
Not next week.
Next month. If you get on to ride it, you're going to ride it about 2 days, then you're through. So why don't you just forget about it and forget about buying them things? I'm not putting that.
Oh, man, there's such an eyesore in the house.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so stupid.
I just love how he's just snapped, though.
No, Grandpa's tired.
He is over it.
The way that this guy was talking to his wife is how Nard talked to me this week.
Okay, wow.
Same tone and delivery.
Jeez.
You know how many times I had to dump Nard? That's how it is. He's had enough.
He has.
You know how many times people have bought those? Like, I'm going to get in shape. This is the year.
Yeah.
The pounds are coming off. And so they get a treadmill, they get a Nordic track, or they get the Peloton.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden it's like, hey, why is there a shirt just sitting on that?
That just makes you feel worse.
I just said it there. That's all.
You've invested money into it.
Money into it. There are thousands of dollars. And they got a scheme, too. Because it's not just the equipment you got to buy, but now you got to buy all the technology that goes with it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, because it hurt my balls. I got one of those Nordic track ones, right?
Ooh, yeah.
And so I got on it once, and I was like, sweet, I can bicycle in Norway.
Yeah.
I got on that thing, and my balls were numb for about 4 hours. I'm like, I am never doing that again.
It is amazing, though, how you do, like, they get monthly subscriptions to things now.
Everything.
Yeah.
Everything's a month. You can't get anything. All the news, everything that I read, you guys, I got to have a monthly subscription just to read you the news.
Any product that they come out with, like they're going to have a monthly subscription on it too. So they're going to get your money every month. And that's what's happened with these workout gimmicks.
Cars. I just
you got to pay for certain programs in the car.
That's
like,
stupid.
God, if you would like to upgrade your car, it's $700 so we can do the upgrades on it. You know what I mean? The digital upgrades. So the GPS can be upgraded.
Right.
I'm just going to trade it in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Massachusetts man accused of stabbing mom's boyfriend 17 times.
Damn.
Dousing him in lighter fluid in deadly fight over steaks.
Okay. It wasn't over like him beating his mom.
No,
it was over steaks.
Beef. It was over beef.
Man,
that's my steak.
I wonder if
Mama told me that was mine.
people really get like judge. I wonder if he was criticizing the way that he grilled the steak.
I don't know, but Mama loves steak. That's what I'm saying. Okay,
damn, dude.
What?
Damn. Yeah.
No.
I wonder if it was over the size of the steak.
It's not over the size of his mom. I know that.
Okay, I got it. His mom's big.
His mama was big.
Super big. Yeah, she's a fat mom. We always say those are the best.
The best. But, man, she was like the...
I used to pray at night for a fat mom.
But this boy...
Please, Lord.
Moms...
Fatten my mom up.
Massachusetts man accused of stabbing mom's boyfriend 17 times.
That's a brutal-ass killing.
It is.
Over steak.
I wonder if he used a steak knife.
I would bet.
I bet it was.
I bet.
Because that would have been handy.
It would have.
Yeah, it'd been right there.
People always say I'm crazy because I only put pepper on my steak.
That just means you eat a good piece of beef.
That's it. I like me a good piece of meat. Don't you, Nard?
Yeah.
Tastes good in your mouth, right?
Yeah, it does.
All right, quick break. We'll be right back.
Back to the Billy Madison Show. 1-855-FU-BILLY.
All right, let's get you qualified for a trip to Disneyland. I need caller number 9 right now. Caller number 9 right now. We'll get you qualified. Then I'm going to talk to Dr. J. All right. Derek, you know what I'm thinking?
What?
I'm thinking this is the year. It's
Year
the,
for what?
the year of the ear.
Oh, you're going to... No, you're not.
Yeah. I think I'm going to get them pinned back.
I think they've shrank.
Nah. I think the headphones may push them down while I'm here.
I
But
think
they pop back out during the day. I think I got to, right? Because I want people to see. Like, I haven't got a surgery. I want Doc to see that, show off his skills with these ears.
We've done a lot of events lately and
Yeah.
take a lot of pictures. And in not one of the pictures have I been like, damn, Billy's ears are big.
No.
Yeah.
And nobody's ever said, man,
Yeah.
you got some big ass ears.
Yeah,
Yep.
Doc did.
Well, Doc's highly critical.
Yeah.
So I can't
In
wait.
a good way, though,
I'm getting
He's trying to
pinned
help you.
back. I can't wait. This is the year, Derek. The
Mhm.
year of the ear.
Yep.
Let me get Josh qualified for this Disneyland trip. This is what we're doing. You win $25 to Disney, and then you'll instantly be qualified for a visit to join the Disneyland Resort's 70th celebration, including hotel, 4-day, 1 park per day tickets, and airfare. KissRocks.com for more details. Let's go to Josh real quick. What's up, Josh?
What's up?
Caller number 9, brother.
Awesome.
Now, if you win this trip, are you going to bring a lovely lady? You going to bring your kids? You divorced? What's your situation?
Oh, yeah, I'm definitely going to bring my girlfriend.
Oh, yeah. That would be romantic.
Big time.
Oh, maybe you could propose there. Huh?
Oh, okay. Now you're putting pressure on him,
right?
Yeah.
There you go. Maybe.
Maybe you could, put a ring on it.
Yeah, slap a ring on there.
BMS wedding.
Yeah, how beautiful would that be, right?
Oh, man.
That'd be super beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
It only took Aurora one kiss to find her prince. How many mouths did these other ladies have to kiss?
So many.
I see all these jokes online. I'm just like, they make me laugh. All right, here we go. You ready, brother?
Yeah,
All right,
I'm ready.
this is the question. The answer is always D. So, who is the first character to greet visitors as they enter the park? Is it A, Elsa, B, Minnie Mouse, C, Dumbo, or D, Mickey Mouse?
Billy, I'm going to go with D.
D. That's what Nard always
Oh,
goes
wow.
with.
Yeah.
And you are correct. Mickey Mouse will greet you when you go to Disney.
Hell yeah.
Yes, he
Congrats.
does. He also has big ears. Hang on the line. We're going to get you qualified in 2 hours, all right?
All right.
2 hours. Another chance. And I hope you win, Josh.
Hell yeah.
So I tell everybody. Dr. J, Mickey Mouse has got some big ears. I got some big ears. I think we got to do it this year. I got no plans. I don't think I'm going anywhere for the holidays.
Well, can Nard get his abs?
Absolutely
Yeah,
not.
why?
I'm getting my ears before this dumbass gets abs.
Well, if Nard's lost the
We've been-
weight, why can't he get the abs?
We're not doing it.
Why?
He can't because he doesn't have a
I'd be
gallbladder.
unstoppable.
He doesn't have a heart. And can you do abs with somebody with a pacemaker,
I
Doc?
don't have a pacemaker.
Can you do that?
Oh, man. I don't know.
Doc, I don't have a pacemaker.
Yeah, I know he's got a pacemaker. He doesn't have a gallbladder. Plus, he's
Yeah,
got
but
those,
Doc knows you're a bitch.
he's
I'm
got
not a
he's got
bitch.
those kidney issues. Yes, and if that's the one thing they left
Yeah.
his bitch in, so he
They
still
did
has
leave his bitch in, yeah. They actually turned his bitch up. He is. His pain tolerance, Doc, now is at a -4.
What?
I mean, this guy can't be. Oh man, the smallest scratch, and he's down.
Yeah.
Doc, so what is it? Have any advancements in pinning the ears back?
Nope. It's all anatomy. Same stuff we've been doing for a long time.
I mean, that was the
So
first.
it's just same old, just.
So what? I got to wear a headband or something like that. What do I got to
Yep.
do to get these ears
You're
pinned
gonna
back?
have to get. You're gonna have to get one of those Olivia Newton-John headbands. and
Oh,
wear
no,
it.
You
I'll
think
just
he
borrow
needs one,
Nard's.
Doc? I mean, like the ear we were talking
Yeah.
about. I don't even think his ears are that
The
big.
okay, Doc, this is preventative. This is for future. Because I saw an old man the other day in his ears, right? Because you start, there's a chance maybe, what if I lose my hair or something? Then I'm going to be all ears. I'm going to look like a potato, right, with ears. So I was like, you know what? Let me get these ears pinned back while I'm still youthful enough to do this. I get them pinned back. I mean, it could be a game changer. I think I got to do it. This is the year. The year of the ear.
I think it's MBHG hats. Make Billy hot again.
Yeah, preventative.
You don't need to be
so
taking up any of Doc's time when he could be doing boobs.
No, I saw this old dude. His ears were I don't know. The ears were just ginormous.
Sorry, lady, we can't put in those quadruple Ds because we got to pin this guy's ears back.
We'll live stream it. We'll make it big, a big production. I love it. Well, I've been saying it, but then I always get chicken. I always get scared.
Yeah, of course.
Wow.
But it's pretty easy, right? It's not like a super crazy surgery.
I mean, it does get a little bit sensitive at like day 3. You're kind of like, ooh, it hurts a little bit. But
I'll just borrow some of Nard's drugs.
Yeah.
No, Nard's taking all those.
No, Derek did.
No. Well, okay, that one bottle.
No, but
That was
I'll
for
be
your
all
own
right.
good.
How long do I got to wear this headband, though?
Oh, man, you're not going to like this, but at least 3 months.
3 months. I'll just.
Yeah.
Can
That's
I wear,
great. That's
what-
like a.
If I
It's
do
like
it,
50% of the year.
I know, but if I do it in the winter and I wear a beanie, right? I don't.
Oh,
have,
okay.
Do you just wear it at night?
Too bad we don't have winter here.
I know.
Do you wear it at
You're
night?
just gonna have to you're gonna have to figure out how you can wear it most of the time for 3 months,
Okay.
and then at night for another 3 months.
Yeah, I can do that. That's fine.
That sounds like that's
Brad
gonna be an
Pitt did
issue.
it. Brad Pitt got those ears pinned back. He used to have those things stuck out.
I'm not sure if you should ever be like, Brad Pitt did it.
Yeah.
So therefore,
No,
I'm going to do
I
it.
saw F1 over the weekend.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, his ears look great.
Yeah.
That was my inspiration. I think I'm going to do it, Doc. So you're just talking three months of steady headband on.
That's right.
That's it.
You're not gonna like it.
What do you mean?
What
Early
do you- what-
2000s and one player.
What am I not going to like about it?
I would say sometimes the ear gets a little sensitive. You know.
Oh,
the
would you
ear
be
is
able
one
to?
of
Wait, can he wear headphones?
Yeah, I can wear headphones, right?
He said they're gonna be
yeah,
sensitive.
yeah. You will. Is there any time you have like a full week off?
Hell
sometime?
yeah. Hell
He
yeah.
doesn't take those.
In December, I'll take a
He
week
does.
off.
Okay, yeah, that's one time at
After
Christmas.
I go to the Cowboys game and I see the Cowboys and Vikings play, I'll do it after
we
that.
weren't supposed to be here, Doc, this week.
Yeah.
And he came into work. He can't.
Like a
Billy's
dumbass.
working on our vacation.
Yeah, like a dumbass.
We're actually in vacation right now, but yet we're live.
I asked Billy about that, whether you guys are going to be on this week, and he said yes. I was kind of surprised.
Everybody is.
No,
Yeah.
me and Doc.
Look at the city's dead.
No, me and Doc, we came in.
Nobody's working this week.
We worked Saturday. This past Saturday, we came in and recorded spots.
Man,
Yep.
It's what we do.
That's amazing.
It's called dedication.
It is.
All right.
Yeah.
Doc.
You doing any boobs today, Doc?
Oh, yes. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
man. I got, let's see, I had 3, and then one of them I had to cancel because they were smoking, they were vaping.
Oh,
now,
man.
tell-
You can't
no.
vape and get your boobs done?
Doc,
Nope.
that is a great
Damn.
thing to bring up because some people will say, "No, I don't smoke. I'm not doing marijuana. I'm not doing anything." But then the question is, they're still vaping, and that counts.
How the hell they get caught?
That counts. Yeah, because we test their urine.
Oh, man.
All right, what are the potential
the cops.
What are the potential complications if you vape or smoke before you get breast augmentation?
The munchies.
Well, some of the bigger ones are like you can higher infection, loss of the implant, loss of the wound, loss
Really?
of the areola. Oh yeah.
Wow.
And then some of the anesthetic issues, pain control issues. We need to give you more gas. We need to give you more drugs to keep you under, more nausea, and then lastly, you can get clots in your legs from the smoke.
So when you go get your boobs done or anything done by Dr. J, you got to be drug free.
Drug free, and tell us that you are. If I talk to you, I've talked to a couple patients, and they're like, and I look at their history, and they're like, we don't do any drugs, but then come urine positive.
Wow.
I said, you said here you didn't do anything. And they're like, yes. And I'm like, well, then you lied to me.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. You're not doing parole.
Look, and Doc, there's no reason to lie to you,
Right.
Because all you're gonna say is you're like, hey, all right, fine, all right, you did some weed, you're doing whatever you're doing, you got to get off all that, get off the
Right.
silly business, and then when you're clean, we can do the surgery.
Yeah, you don't need weed and you don't need speed to live. You don't need any of those.
BS.
You don't need it to live.
You need both of those.
Well, Derek, you're not getting breast augmentation.
No, I know.
I mean,
but
we've been trying to give
Doc's
Derek a
saying
butt.
crazy things right now.
If we have a week off and I get my ears pinned back, can we give Derek a butt?
Why would we do that?
Because that'd be funny.
Yeah, it'd be ha ha.
You know,
I'm a
Doc,
father of two.
right? And then
I'm not a clown.
2 butt cheeks.
I think Derek looks pretty good with his natural butt. No, I mean, that's saying from a doctor's perspective, obviously.
We have to do Nard's abs.
No,
I mean Nard. He's gone full douchebag since losing his weight.
Oh man, I'd never wear.
Like
a shirt.
we need to finish this thing off.
Have any women gone in for ab sketching, or is that predominantly a male thing?
Yeah. I have women who come in that they want it, that they're not a candidate because their BMI is too high, and then I have really in shape women who just want me to like touch it up, make it look even deeper and make their abs stick out even more. And those are the good ones. I'm going to send you a picture here.
Okay, I got a question though. Let's say you go in and you do the ab sketching, but then let's say you gain a little weight. Does the weight then go into your pubic mound?
I mean, if you gain weight everywhere. You gain weight, boobs, your arms.
But if you remove the fat from the abs, right? You sketch that out. So the fat's not going to go there. It's going to go to other spots, and then it can look a little crazy, right?
Yeah, you look like we call him the Michelin Man as they're walking down the beach, because like your abdomen will be kind of tighter, and you'll look tighter a little bit, but then your arms and legs are bigger.
Will it give you love handles? Can that get bigger?
Yes, absolutely.
Doc, do you have access to arms? Could we put new arms on Nard?
What?
I'm thinking like the duck from Toy Story or something. You know what Sid did?
Yeah.
Where he put those massive buff arms. Because Nard's got these noodles.
I do.
For arms, and it looks it gives him like a Slender Man look.
He does look like Slender Man.
Yeah.
Did you know that you can open a bottle of beer with Nard's teeth?
What?
Yeah, we did that when you were gone, Derek.
No, we did not.
Crazy.
That's crazy.
It is insane. He's got some strong teeth.
I'm just trying to think, like, because now that Nard's so skinny, it's like we need to like make him perfect, right?
Yep, I agree.
Like let him go into his full douchebag era in his 50s.
So a woman, she had a very good question, Doc. She wanted to know, should she get liposuction? She's not a big woman. She's relatively fit, but as you get older, maybe the legs, skin sags, right? So what is the best procedure to tighten up your thighs?
Oh, and it depends.
Is it like cool sculpting? Can
Probably
you do
diet
that?
and exercise?
Or is there something that you can do?
So lately I've been doing lipo 360 of the thighs with Renuvion underneath to kind of tighten them. And then you can do Morpheus on the top, on the skin side. But you need to do that. You'll probably need to do 1 or 2 of each of those or more to really tighten thighs if you've lost a lot of weight.
Right. But even if let's say the woman wasn't overweight, but she didn't like the aesthetic of her thighs, right? She, as you get older, it kind of.
I'd ask her if she thought about getting big jugs.
Right. Yes, we asked that too.
That'd be every girl that came out, be like, "Hey, have you thought about giant boobs? We can help you out with that. That would probably help."
I mean, we ask them everything here. They
every client, I'd be like, "Well, what about the boobs?" Like,
well, I mean, that is still,
boobs.
Doc. I could be wrong, but that is still the #1 cosmetic procedure. Correct?
Thank God.
Breast augmentation.
Thank God.
Is that still #1?
That is technically still #1. I still think liposuction is #1 in the world, and I think a lot of people do lipo that don't have the credentials to do it, so they're not counting those.
Gotcha.
So like all these lipo spas and things that pop up that do lipo.
I'm telling you, Doc's
Dang,
double.
Doc just sent us a picture where he took all the fat off this one girl.
I mean, Doc is double board certified, so I mean, he's.
That's crazy, Doc.
I would definitely go to Doc if you're gonna, even as something like liposuction, right?
That girl, this girl you just sent us, that girl has to love you.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure.
She loves it. Yeah.
She looks fantastic.
That's
right?
incredible what you did.
Yeah, she looks fantastic.
Wow. Yeah.
Doc, you're really good at what you do. I haven't told you that in a while. I just wanted to let you know.
I appreciate that, guys. That's wonderful news to hear from you guys.
No, he always. And Doc, we were talking because there was that big Bezos wedding over the weekend, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the woman that he married, it looks like she's had lots of cosmetic surgery, but she looked better prior to having all the work done.
Oh, I thought she looks better now.
And then when the whole thing, what I love about Doc's approach is he's not trying to make you look crazy. He's trying to just do subtle. You tweak, do this, do that, so it looks. The biggest compliment is when someone's like, "Wow, you must have got a lot of sleep or something. You look fantastic." Where they can't even tell. They just think you look well rested. They can't even tell that you've gotten work done. That's what I love about Doc.
Compliment. Yep, best compliment is my friends don't know. They kind of ask me a bunch of questions, but I don't tell them. I'm like, cool.
Right? You on a different diet, or what? Are you drinking more water? What is it? And it's like, no, she's had such fantastic work done with Dr. J that she just looks awesome.
I've had patients now for 20 plus years that get injections. I only do a few VIPs left because the spas do them now, but the ones that are with me have been getting injections with me for 20 plus years, and they don't look like foolish.
No, you can't even tell. They just look. They probably look very beautiful.
They've been coming. They're pretty high-ranking people in the community, and they don't want anybody else to inject them, which is fine.
Yeah,
I still do a few of those.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, if they love what they're getting with you. Well, Doc.
Yeah.
I hope you have a wonderful 4th of July
Yeah,
weekend.
absolutely.
Yep. I'm telling you, he is the best. Just the work that he just sent us a photo of this work that he did. It is fantastic. Dr. Genevieve, plasticsurgery.com.
And your credit can suck.
Yes, you just talk to Finance Freddy. He'll get you approved. Finance Freddy is also fantastic. Great guy. All right, just a quick break. 1-855-FU-BILLY with our pick and pull hotline. We'll be right back.
1-855-FU-BILLY. Back to the Billy Madison Show.
Yeah, and I've set up and tore down this stage with my own two hands. We've traveled this land, packed tight in minivans.
What's up, Billy Madison Show? We're going to get you qualified once again for a trip to Disneyland. That's on the way. I also have, did you know that there's a map rating restaurants based on how hot the customers are? I'll tell you where that's at.
Okay, not the wait staff, but the customers?
The customers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I got audio from a woman. Cheated, didn't feel bad. Good-looking men have lots of options. That seems pretty self-explanatory. Yeah, of course, a good-looking man's going to have lots of options.
Yep.
And so, they're saying, like, good-looking men have lots of options. So if you lock down a good-looking man, just know that other women are trying to snatch your man.
Gotcha.
This woman, she goes, my ex wasn't a good man, but after 18 years of marriage, I still fantasize about him. Wow, that's awful. And she feels like terrible. So apparently what I was reading is that, yeah, women, they fantasize about their exes. That's a big fantasy.
Okay.
I think it was last week or week before, there was another story similar to that where they were talking about how when they're hooking up with you, they're thinking of their ex.
Oh, God.
Yeah, no, it's awful. There's just I don't read the good stories, people.
Yeah, of course not.
And this woman, she goes, my husband won't stop looking at other women. I mean, that
I never stop.
Yeah, but as a man, you got to be a little bit more subtle.
Yeah, walk behind your woman. Like, make sure she's not. Make sure you have glasses on.
Sunglasses on.
Yep.
Don't stare too long.
Exactly.
Don't be a creep about it. Right? So you got it, because ladies, I'm sorry, y'all meet gays too.
They do.
You guys might even do it worse. So
we're just not creeps, and we're not like, stalking you about it.
But
we're not watching where your eyes are.
But
I forget they have eyes.
I saw a bunch of ladies that are like, no, we got our thing on too. Don't
Yeah,
worry about that.
Yeah, they do.
We're checking out that package.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking at that. What's he working with?
Not
They're
a
looking
lot.
at arms. They're looking at jaw lines.
Yeah. Working with this pubic mound.
Yeah. I don't know if they're looking at
damn,
that.
look at the pubic mound on him.
Look at the fupa on that guy.
Damn.
Oh. It's called the daddy bulge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a daddy bump right there. Did you have a child? No, but she did. We both gained some weight.
Father of two.
So, one of the things, right? Luckily, because my mom had a certain type, so if you didn't have a mustache, she wasn't interested.
Oh, that's nice. You know what's weird is when your mom's type changes.
Yeah, my mom's always liked the same type of dudes.
And you're like, whoa, this is a culture shock.
So, I'm lucky my mom never tried to hook up with my friends.
Oh, that's nice.
Right? That was nice of her.
Yeah, it is.
Very nice of her.
Some moms do that.
I know, and that's what I have this story.
And that is gross.
This person, they were like, hey, my mom hooks up with my friends. What do I do?
Just don't be friends with them.
I know that's the thing, but it's like these are your buddies, right?
Yeah, don't talk to your mom ever again.
Are they actually okay? Are they?
What do you mean no?
Are they actually your buddies if they bang your mom?
Yeah, I mean they probably still are. It's hard for guys, especially young guys. Like we're so horny, especially young, that we hop on anything that gives us a chance to do them.
Right, anything that gives us a chance.
I mean. We are so horny.
What was that American Pie movie? It was Stifler's mom.
Yes. Yeah. And to me, Stifler's mom was hot.
And
I would have done her in a second. It wasn't until I got on this show that I realized that people thought she was gross.
I didn't think she was gross.
I didn't like her.
Really?
I thought she was so hot.
I did too.
I didn't like it. That was like that. Let me fast forward past that. Let's get to the funny. This is the gross.
Really?
Yeah. The idea that this older woman is seducing one of her son's friends.
It was a dream of mine.
I thought that was gross. That's just me. But maybe there's a lot of our dudes that are listening right now. You have banged your buddies' moms.
It's got to be gross how much it's happened.
Well, according to this, there's a whole thread on it, and it happens all the time.
It does, unfortunately.
So it says here, my mom hooks up with my friends. I don't know what to do. Do I disown my mom? Do I stop talking to my mom? This dude, he goes, when he first found out that one of his buddies smashed his mom, he felt sick inside.
Oh, I bet. You can't. I don't know if there's a more embarrassing thing to happen to you. You know?
No, I'm just so grateful my mom wasn't that mom, and your mom wasn't that mom.
No, yeah, that never happened.
Nard, can you say the same thing?
Yeah, I can. No.
Your mom never hooked up with Jason?
No.
And my mom could be very embarrassing at times.
Your moms were like hot because they had you guys young. My mom was old and she just was wearing mom jeans and she was ugly.
Oh, what a lucky guy.
No, that's a lie.
Nard didn't deserve that.
You know what?
She didn't.
No.
What?
I believe it.
I saw a photo of your mom.
My
Your mom was pretty.
Yeah, but after 4 kids, no.
No, it was
What
a whole,
woman is?
It was a whole family photo, you dumbass. Your mom, she was a pretty lady.
Not in that family photo, she wasn't.
I didn't think she looked that bad.
Where they got all the grown kids?
Yeah, I thought
when
she
they're
was
in somebody's backyard.
I thought
Are you
she
talking
was
about that picture?
Yeah, I thought she was a
What?
pretty
Stop.
mature
What?
woman.
Oh my God.
No, she's my grandma.
That was the ugliest family I'd ever seen.
She was like
Yeah, but like I'm talking about like if my
fine,
friends,
your mom was
Billy
ugly
knows
as hell,
that, too.
dog.
Billy's
All right.
trolling.
No, I'm not. I thought she looked nice.
your moms were hot.
I thought she was put together. Yes, she looked like a mom or a grandma.
Yeah.
But she was, she had, she was,
But no
she was
guy
pretty.
is
But
gonna
I guess
try
you
to-
want me to call your mom ugly ass.
Yeah,
All
like
right.
yeah.
I'm not
he
gonna
doesn't
do
mind.
it.
Yeah, she's not attracted to nobody.
Last thing you want to do is have an attractive mom.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
the
crazy.
worst.
It's the worst.
I think nowadays though it'd be worse because nowadays
It cracks me up though how these moms nowadays they're trying to be hotter than their daughters.
Yeah, but
And it's like, do you think your daughter's like that? There's no way.
it would suck to have a mom with a nice ass.
It would.
Man.
That would be the worst.
Oh man,
Can you imagine having a mom with a nice ass?
no. Doing gym shots.
No, just I mean, just walking down the street, going to the mall, and then right, you're there, and then mom's got a nice ass.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Nope.
that would be the absolute
That'd be a
worst.
nightmare.
Yep.
Nightmare. If you're a mom, stop it.
Yeah.
Oh, they're
Don't
not.
have a nice butt.
They're not gonna stop.
Any dudes out there ever smash your buddy's moms?
Oh, God, horrific.
Or your mom with a nice rack?
It's like, but you can't even be mad at your buddies. You can only be mad at your mom. Like, how could your mom let something like that happen?
I don't know, because
she doesn't care. She doesn't
she's
love
a
you.
baddie with a fatty.
And it's just like she's disgusting.
She's looking for a daddy, not for
Like, what are you
long-term,
thinking?
short term.
Like, as a mom, what are you thinking?
She's thinking,
Doing one of your son's friends,
Yeah,
really?
she's thinking with that magic box.
Like, could you look any more gross, lady?
She doesn't think it's gross.
I mean,
Well,
no.
it is.
I know it is.
It's
but
disgusting.
she doesn't think it's disgusting.
And, like, do your kids ever talk to you ever again?
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't.
Yep.
If your mom bangs one of your friends, you can never talk to your mother ever again.
No, you don't talk to their friend.
No.
What?
You don't talk to your mom.
you
You
got-
pee on her grave.
So-
Stevie says that she's proud of her ass. I work for this ass. I'm
Yeah, she
worried for.
does.
And she goes, "Thanks, Billy. Now I'm worried for my kids because I have a nice ass." That's what Stevie.
You should
said.
be, Stevie.
Yeah, she's got. A
You
nice
better get
ass.
rid of that ass pronto.
No,
Yeah,
keep
nothing
that ass
better
going, Stevie.
when the mom has a terrible ass.
Stevie, you better blow up.
Nah, Stevie, you better.
You better
keep it going.
diabetes out.
No, Stevie, don't do that.
Get rid of that
No,
ass.
people are saying,
keep that ass.
"Mama gotta have her fun, y'all."
Mama got to have her fun with her son's friends?
What's up, Monica?
What?
Yeah, I mean, I hate to even say this, but my mom has hooked up with a few of my brother's friends.
Oh, and how do you know about this?
I mean, the last one is really what caused my dad to leave her.
Oh, well, good for your dad.
Yeah, I felt like it was really bad for a while, so when he finally left, I was like, about time.
Damn. So dad was just getting cheated on all the time, and then mom got so bold as to bang your brother's friends.
Yeah, my dad is so sweet too. Like my mom just did him so dirty. Like I never even said anything.
Did you know mom was cheating on your father? Maybe you didn't have proof, but you kind of had an idea.
I mean, you you kind of suspect, right? And, you know, my brother hated it, and I guess he knew because he never even told my dad until that last
I mean,
one.
how are you supposed to go to your dad and be like, Dad, Mom's banging my friends? I mean, how do you have that conversation with your dad? Hey, Dad, you know, can we go to the garage? I gotta tell you something. Well, what is it, son?
That's tough.
You know, Mom's banging my friends. Can you ask her to stop?
Yep.
Honestly, what makes it worse, like, it was my brother's best friend since high school.
Gosh, that is nasty. Nasty.
Yep.
These moms, though, they're built different nowadays. And
Yeah, they are.
your mom, she just could not keep that thing in her pants. I know they say dudes can't keep it in their pants, but ladies, same thing goes for you. Y'all sometimes can't keep that thing in your pants. Things just jumping out like a cat out of a trash can.
Yeah, well, my mom
Staring
has
at like,
always hated about my dad. She's always done it. You know, they had this huge argument after that, and then more stuff came out even after that. So they just divorced. They just called it quits. They were like, we're done.
Yeah, I mean, it had to be done. Your mother is humping your brother's friends. Dad had to be done.
Yeah. Honestly, we only just found out in the last few years how bad it even was. Like, we didn't even know how bad it was until very recently.
And no, because I heard, I don't know if it skips a generation. I don't know if it's like a genetic disorder or whatever, but sometimes the hoe will skip a generation. So mom will be a hoe, and then it'll skip.
The daughter won't
Then
be
the
because of it.
the daughter will reject it.
Yeah.
So are you?
She rejects sex altogether.
Did it skip a generation?
I mean, I'm not a mom, but I can't imagine doing the stuff that she did. So I feel like I saw that and I said, nah, I'm good.
Okay, so
maybe
yeah,
it did.
I always
Maybe
like
you're
that
right.
where it stops with her, right? Like the
Because they're so embarrassed by it.
The hoe's gonna die with your mom. It's not gonna get passed down.
Uh-huh.
Well, the worst part about it was that my dad found nude photos of my mom at his brother's house after he died.
Oh, so your dad's brother died, and he went to that house to go clean it out, and he found nude photos of your mom. So your dad's brother was messing with your mom.
That's right.
That's so nasty.
Absolutely
Imagine
right.
he goes there. Oh, my brother died. He goes, and then he finds nudes of his wife.
Yeah. That's disgusting.
She did my dad dirty, downright filthy. It was so embarrassing. Like, just thing after thing after thing.
They got to come up with like a Ozempic for that, where it's called Hozempic. It's like, right? It's like a shot you take, and it's like,
I wouldn't rule it out.
Right? It's like, I don't know.
Sounds like that could be doable.
Right?
No, let's not do that.
No, she's not. What do you mean?
We need 'em.
This lady
Dude,
needs
this
it.
ruins people's families.
We need him, though.
This dude's dead brother had nudes of
Okay,
his
he's
wife.
dead. He can't mess with her anymore.
I know he can't, but just the fact
It
that,
seems like a line has been crossed.
yeah, get some
No.
Hozempic.
Yeah.
Can't be mad at the past.
I think you can.
No.
What are you talking about? That's all people are mad about.
That is all
They're like
people are mad about.
racism, this and that. Ah, rah.
You got Nard over there like, come on
Can't
now.
be mad at the
Let's get
past.
over this.
Yeah.
It's like, well, people wouldn't be mad then, you dumbass.
Hang on. Kenny, did your mom bang some of your friends?
No, just opposite.
Okay. Oh, you banged some of your mom's friends.
Wow, Kenny.
No.
Uh,
You don't feel bad,
you,
Kenny?
You banged some of your buddies' moms.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Damn.
Instead of who killed Kenny, it's like who banged Kenny.
they
Well,
look
how could he resist though?
Exactly. I was 15. She was 30-something. The first time she came on to me, I denied it. I told my buddy. He acted like he didn't care. So the second time, I let it happen.
Damn, and how many years did it go by where you're just humping this dude's mom?
Quite a while. She actually would come to the parties I was at, to have me take her to the store. I didn't have no license or nothing, but it was just so she'd give me a mouth hug, or so we'd go off in the Orange Grove and hump or whatever.
Jeez. Now, yeah, obviously you didn't use any protection or anything like that. Did you ever worry about getting that woman pregnant?
No, she was already fixed up.
Okay, she was
That's the
fixed
best.
up. And I was like,
Yeah.
that's the best.
That's the
when,
best.
when a mom's all
Yeah.
fixed up. Kenny, did
Yeah.
your buddy know about it?
Oh, yeah, he knew about it. One time I had him drop me off over there.
To bang his mom. That's
Wow.
awful. Now, where was Dad?
Oh, she had like 5 different kids, and none of them had dads.
Well, I mean, they all had dads. You know what I mean? Every kid has a dad.
Yeah, but
you know what I mean? He's like
that is how
she had
that
5
works.
kids and no dads.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Every kid has a dad. Maybe you don't know who it is.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez.
Yeah, they knew who they were. They just were never around.
Yeah. Wow, her picker was broken.
Yeah.
Yeah. She definitely had a body count.
Yeah, it sounds like it. And so, do you know any of your friends that banged her as well? Because I doubt it stopped with Kenny. I think the whole South Park was
the
doing
younger
it.
guys. I knew some of the older guys that did.
They're usually just not doing one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of the older guys too were getting a little.
I don't know.
Action.
Yeah.
Jeez, did she send you nudes and things like that?
No, that was before phones, man.
Oh, gotcha. It would have been Nard day, like good old Polaroid or something. All right. Well, it is gross, Derek. It is gross. And then Monica.
I just feel so bad.
Do you have a relationship with your mom still? When you Monica, let's say you get a husband or whatever, aren't you scared to bring that man around your mom, knowing your mom's record?
Oh yeah, like anybody I'm with will never meet my mom. Like it is insane. How many moms sleep with their son's friends? Like it's crazy.
Yeah, no, and it's your mom slept with your dad's brother too. Send him at least send him nudes. What's up, Heather?
Yeah, she could have.
What's up, Heather?
Hey, I just was gonna call and tell you that I'm totally hitting up this dude, and he's like 22, and I'm like 55.
Really? Yeah, but it's not one of your son's
Big
friends, though.
and
But it's not one of your son's friends. This is just a random guy, right?
I mean, he's met my son for sure, but they're not like friends.
Okay. Huh. And have you guys smashed yet, or is it like something that's gonna happen?
All day, honestly, all day, every day.
All day, every day. So Heather, you are humping this 22-year-old. It's a boy toy, right?
Yes, for sure, for sure.
And did you hit on him first, Heather?
Yes.
Yeah, and you just threw it at him. Did you just like throw a mouth hug at him?
No, actually, I went to a bar and then I trauma dumped on him and then I cried a lot and then we've just been hanging out ever since.
Yes. Some say that tears make the best lubrication.
Oh.
I mean, that's one of the things. All right. Well, thank you for your honesty, Heather.
Awful.
We'll be back.
to the Billy Madison Show.
What's up, Billy Madison Show? Let's see, coming up on the program, this woman, she says her ex wasn't a good dude, but now she's obviously not with him anymore, but still fantasizes about him. It's like, damn, that's awful.
All right.
That's awful. She's now in a new relationship, left that dude that she was with, but now all she does is fantasize about her ex.
Yeah.
Terrible.
That's not bad. Would you rather her be actually sleeping with her ex while being with you?
No. How about, can I pick neither, dumbass?
No, it's got to be one or the other.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
They're thinking of their
All right,
ex.
okay. All right, so which fist do you want to get punched with?
It's got to be one or the other.
It's got to be one or the other.
Yeah, exactly. Which one?
Yeah, which fist? Which fist?
Ambidextrous, so which one you want?
Yeah.
You want left? Want right?
I don't want either.
That's got to be one.
Well, exactly.
I'm
You
right.
don't want either. I just proved my point, you dumbass.
I know.
I just proved my point, you dumbass. You just proved my point. You're an idiot. So I'll get to that coming up. And I was like, I don't want either.
Yeah, duh.
That's what I just said. There's a map rating restaurants based on how hot the customers are.
Not the waste the
No.
customers.
This is badass.
Okay.
So if you're out there and you're trying to get somebody,
Yeah.
you don't want to go to a restaurant. You go there, it's like, damn, everybody's ugly. Now you know it's like,
Right,
oh, this is
right.
where the hotties hang.
Yeah.
And so they got a whole ass map, Derek. It'll tell you.
That's interesting.
Nord, it's like that one map that you use that for the happy ending massages.
What?
No, there's that map that you downloaded on your phone that'll tell you which ones are happy and which
I
ones are
didn't
not.
know that there was
if
that.
you're happy and you
Is
know
there really
it-
one? Because I'll check it out.
Well, you
Yeah.
got that one app that tells him where all his friends are registered.
No, what?
Yeah, he's got that one too. Yeah, so there's this
there's
one
4
app.
on my block.
Looks mapping was created by this 22-year-old programmer. And so it bases, right? So it's like, all right, so let's check this out. Which restaurants get the hottest customers? You follow this map. I mean, this could be because honestly, if you're going out on Friday, do you care what the food tastes like? Do you care about the drinks, or do you care about how hot the customers are? That's going to bring more people to a bar, a club, a restaurant if the people are hot. They don't care. They'll choke down a nasty burger if there's a bunch
If
of
the people are
hotties.
hot, yeah.
That's what they'll do. Do you see what women are doing? So
not new, no.
They're getting them to do this Tim Allen thing. You ever seen the show Home Improvement?
Of course.
Well, single women ask for Tim Allen home improvement grunts over a dating app.
Okay.
And so that's what they've been asking for.
Okay, it's been a bit since I tried this impression, but
Well, yeah, because you haven't seen the show. The show's like from the 80s.
No, it's not.
It's not?
It's not from the 80s.
90s then at least.
No,
Yes.
it's 90s, yeah.
Yeah, Home Improvement. I thought that thing was from the 80s.
Not at all.
Home Improvement's really from the 90s?
Yes.
Pam Anderson was on it.
Oh, that's why I thought it was from the 80s.
She's from the 90s.
Yeah, with
Okay.
Baywatch.
I know Baywatch, dumbass. We're talking Home
I
Improvement.
know, that's the same era.
And then I thought it was
Era.
"Ooh, ooh, ooh." I thought that was the grunt, right?
It is.
He would use a power tool and then you would grunt.
Yeah.
And then
Or
had-
when he was about to get sex.
And then there was the pervert that all you saw was his eyes, and he could always stare over the fence and look at Tim Allen's wife.
He wasn't a pervert. That was Wilson.
Oh.
okay, it's been
So
a
that's
bit
it.
since I tried this impression, but let me give it a shot.
So single women want dudes to do this. I got here, Nard. Nard, do your Tim Allen grunt.
Oh, what a weak ass grunt.
It's supposed
What
to
was
be,
that,
Oh
a
my
dog?
God.
It's supposed to be weak.
Girls would think
No,
you're
it's
a
not.
bitch.
Yeah.
Katie, I'm about to be engulfed.
Well, I thought it was.
It would be
No.
different.
Right? There's-
Sometimes it would be like a question. You'd be like, "Huh?"
By the fires and the Palisades. But with my dying comment, I just wanted to say,
No.
That's my Tim
I
Allen
think
impression.
Nard might have done the weakest
Oh,
No,
no.
it's
I've
supposed
ever
to be
heard.
weak.
That sounded like Pamela Anderson.
Nard would get no action
It's
with that.
supposed to be weak. It's
It's-
not supposed to be.
No, it's
It's a
supposed to be
grunt,
manly,
you
you dumbass.
dumbass.
You're supposed to have a power tool in
Yeah.
your hand, and you're making a grunt, or you're
It's
going to
like
have
you're
some
a
sex.
man. You're like, oh.
Right? You get in the garage. You don't
Yeah.
go to the garage and then just start grunting.
No.
You did a grunt like you were getting on all fours.
No, I did not.
And you know what pisses me off?
Why'd you do that?
You know what really makes
Why'd
me
you do
mad?
that?
You know what really makes me
I
mad
have
too
no
is
idea.
I didn't grow up with a dad in the house, and my grunt's better than yours. Out of all of us in the
I don't
room,
even know how that's
you're the
possible.
one that had dad in the house.
What does that have to do
Your
with a
dad
grunt?
was a cop. You should have the best
every
grunt.
single day.
The grunt starts out soft.
Your dad failed you.
How?
If you can't do,
Did you listen? Go back and listen to your grunt. That's how your dad
No,
failed
you
you.
no. You know what his grunt was? His grunt was.
What? That was
Yeah.
not it. That was not it.
Were you being pegged or grunted?
Like that was weird. I've never heard a weaker grunt in my life. You made Tim Allen look like a bitch right there.
Yes.
You ruined his name.
You
ruined
sullied
his
his
bit.
name. You dumbass.
He's rolling over in his grave.
He's not dead.
All right, so they asked. The character is.
Yeah, no.
And I'm shocked. I thought that Wilson guy was a pervert.
He was not a pervert.
No,
All you
he's
saw
dead.
was his eyes. He was a
Yeah.
peeping Tom.
Right. He was just tall. Tim couldn't even look over the fence.
All right, so I got a new car, right?
Yeah.
And so now it's got like satellite radio or whatever.
Okay.
So when I first put it on, it had the 60s or whatever Nards. And there was a song called "I'm a Girl Watcher," and so that's all he does. And then on the screen, it was him with sunglasses, and it was women's asses. And
The Wilson guy?
No, this
Oh.
is a song that they
Oh, I
had
got
that's
you.
like
Okay,
from the
okay.
60s, I guess.
Yeah.
But he's a girl watcher, and it was the most perverted song I've ever heard.
Yeah. Some of those old songs are.
It
and
was
they're like
so-
aggressive.
It was he's like, that's all I do. I
Yeah.
don't know how to do anything else but just watch women.
It's like things you would not get away with nowadays for 2000.
No, and it's got this. It's like, I am a girl watcher. Like it's a good thing.
Yeah. They're like, oh, I love this jam.
Man,
It's a
love that.
wholesome summer vibe.
No, he talked about how he gave up all his toys, and now all he does is watch girls.
Yeah, that guy's just, he's
I'm
being a
girl-
pervert on record.
It's got to be on here. Let me see here. I'm a girl. They got it. We got all those oldie stations. I'm a girl watcher.
I took that one out, but.
I probably not.
All right.
That's the most perverted ass song I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Did,
girl watcher.
all right, put that. That's going to be our rejoiner. You got to hear this perverted ass song.
Okay, all right.
Do you see this lady?
The first time I cheated, I didn't feel bad.
You know. Oh man, the first time she cheated, she didn't feel bad.
Damn.
I like this guy's answer though.
The first time I cheated, I didn't feel bad.
You know what that means?
What does it mean?
You're a terrible person.
Yeah.
If you cheat and don't feel bad, you're a pretty bad person.
You are.
Even if that person did you dirty, did you rotten, they're rude to you, whatever it is, if you
It still
cheat,
should make you feel like,
right? Because it's like, gosh, why did I
stoop to their level?
That's what I was gonna say, Derek.
Yeah, it does. It has to.
Now you're like, I'm at their level.
Yeah.
I'm a piece of crap.
I don't know how it doesn't.
That was the craziest part during Nard's marriage is he would cheat with a big ass grin.
Oh yeah, he wouldn't feel guilty or say anything at all.
I don't think this dude feels guilt about anything.
He doesn't. He's committed murder and doesn't feel
I
guilty.
have not.
You know how he didn't really defend that?
I did.
I'm convinced he has.
Oh, you got to hear this Girl Watcher song. It is straight pervert. I mean, serious pervert. All right, and then this woman, she fantasizes about her ex.
You
know that? Well, how are we idiots?
Derek's got glitter on his face. It's like
I got to go to break.
back to the Billy Madison Show. 1-855-FU-BILLY.
Listen to this pervert. It's the most perverted song.
I'm a girl watcher. I'm a girl watcher. Watching girls go by. My, my, my. I'm a girl watcher. I'm a girl watcher.
Right? They arrest dudes for doing this.
Yeah.
Oh, here comes one now. And he's like,
I was just a boy when I threw away my toys. I found a new pastime well on.
That's what he does with his whole day. Just watches women.
Members of the other sex, I play the game I do so well. Oh, I'm a girl watcher. I'm a girl
Nobody thought like that. Like
No.
we're gonna release this. That's all he does.
Banger is what that is.
Yeah, I just watch women.
Yeah.
I'm a girl watcher.
What a pervert.
Girl watcher. Here comes one now.
What a horny man.
Very.
It never got like this though.
What?
What?
What do you mean, what?
Isn't every guy like this?
Yeah, when you're out driving and
Yeah.
you're
you don't
looking-
make songs about it.
Yeah, you
Why?
do it, but you don't make a song.
Yeah.
You perv.
Not that bad.
No, it's just creepy a little bit.
Is it?
I mean, if you listen to it now, no, what do you mean? Is it?
I mean,
What do you mean? What do you mean?
The songs that are coming out now are way worse.
He's asking, he's like, can you walk
Girls are
slower
the
so I
ones-
can stare at your ass?
But no, girls are the ones making songs now.
Yeah.
Right?
And
That's
they're
what I'm
like,
saying.
yo, here,
and they're bad.
But it's different
They
because they're
can do
girls.
that.
They're creeps.
Girls can, yeah, that's fine. They
No,
are.
that's never gonna catch on.
This is a nice creep.
Calling girls creeps.
Nord's like,
this is a nice
this
creep.
guy's a nice creep.
Yeah.
What's wrong with
Girls
him?
ain't
He's a
offended by
ni-
that
I
song.
can't believe he'd be offended. This is a nice, creepy
Oh
guy.
yeah, girls would be offended by that song.
No.
Absolutely.
All right, so coming up,
Can't believe you're
speaking
offended.
of this woman, she's like, how do I get my man to stop staring at other women? And
Gotta
I
go
don't
to
know,
Dr. J?
any ladies out there, do you got any tips on how you got your man to stop looking at other women? I don't know. I don't know how you do it.
I don't either. I'm not sure.
I mean, especially, I'm not a boob guy, but I know the majority of men are.
Yep.
So I would imagine anytime you see a set of knockers that are out there, I mean, you're going to look.
No, I start to I need an update.
And then also
I start to nard out.
right with the booties that are out there.
Yeah.
You
No,
telling
I
me
was looking forward to that, but the rain kind of ruined that.
the
at
rain?
beach.
I know.
Oh man.
Oh,
I didn't even think about that.
There were like a couple thongs that were trying to tough it out in the rain, and I was like, oh, I just could only imagine what it was going to look like if it was nice and sunny. I was like, oh my God, like this is going to be
it's
a
gonna be
great trip
great
after
great
all.
trip. You're gonna have fun. There's gonna be thongs.
I was looking forward to the beach. I didn't even think
toe.
heading down there. I was pissed because I'm just not a vacation beach guy. But then I started thinking about all the thongs, and I'm like, oh, this ain't gonna be bad.
Derek was heading down there to
Yeah.
going, I'm a girl watcher.
I'm a girl watcher. Yeah.
Hey, just slow down. I'm a girl watcher.
So, yeah, I mean, I don't know how you get guys to stop looking at other girls.
Hey, I had brought this up that
Are there guys out there does that exist? I don't know.
I don't know.
That's tough.
This person, and I don't think I think an 80-year-old man is still a girl.
My
watcher.
grandpa's still doing it.
Yeah, I don't think that
He loves my grandma.
Ever goes
more than
away.
anything. But I mean, he's still looking.
But I also think the ladies, you guys are you're meat watchers.
Yeah.
You're meat gazers. You guys do it too, so we'll be talking about
They're not
that.
as perverted though.
It says here, my ex wasn't a good man, but after 18 years of marriage, I still fantasize about him during sex.
Yeah, usually that's how that goes. Like men that aren't that good of men, they can still lay the pipe, which makes it a difficult situation.
Right.
That's why some girls are just like, when you find a good, nice man and he lays pipe, you're like, oh my God.
Diamond in the rough.
Yeah.
It just doesn't happen.
Usually if the guy's a good, nice guy, he doesn't lay pipe well.
No. He doesn't.
The guys that are the bad guys are the ones that lay the pipe, but you just can't deal with them outside the bedroom, and so you get divorced, but then you still think about them sexually while you're married to the new nice guy.
It's unfortunate.
It is.
I know,
It's a horrific thing you guys would get
I
into.
know that we had just talked about something similar to this, where the percentage of women that think about their ex while they're getting it on with you, I think it wasn't it like 80-some%?
God dang. Told you a lot.
It might have been even higher.
That's an incredible number.
The number, like, so when you're getting it on with your woman, she is not thinking about you.
Oh, my God.
Whereas I remember when pervert Chris, now he's being pervert. He's a pervert at Disney now.
Don't say that.
Because when he was here, he was like, he even said he thinks of his wife.
Yep.
Right?
He does.
And the majority of dudes, when they're getting it on with their wife, they're thinking of their wife.
Even when they touch themselves.
Yes, but women don't reciprocate that.
No.
What's up, Jerry?
Hey, fellas, yo, this is why it is so important you have to role play.
What?
Yeah.
What do you mean
that's
role
me and my
play?
wife do. Well, this is what we do. We keep it exciting. We role play. It's how we keep our sex life fresh. We've done, like, I don't know, superhero stuff. We've done this stranger thing. We do this thing where I'm the cop who's pulling her over.
All right, see, I couldn't, dude. I'm not an actor. You guys have seen me in that movie.
Yeah,
I'm not a natural actor.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
What?
I'm just saying, like the few little bit parts that I've done in things like movies or whatnot. Terrible at it. Awful at it. Just not. So I can't role play. I can't do it. I can't role play.
Well,
no way.
sometimes it's
I'll
just
feel like
more
an
about
idiot.
you tie each other up. Well, okay, so she didn't know she could do it either, but I told
So
her.
you got your girl into role playing, and you're saying that's what keeps your relationship exciting. Do women really? Do they want you to role play?
I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know if they like it or not.
I see it at those Comic-Cons.
That's cosplay. That's different.
Oh, okay. I thought that was role play.
No, they're not they're cosplaying, Billy. They're not like, I'm role playing as,
I'm Thor.
as Wonder Woman or whatever.
I can lift it up.
It's a different thing. That's a different thing.
Thor's hammer right here.
It's not role
Women
I'm Wonder Woman.
They want diversity. They want different kinds of experiences. It's a safe way. Even if I asked her, is there another guy you sometimes think about? And
Why
I
would
got
you
her
do
to
that?
talk to me about it. Because so many wives have settled and they come to resent their husbands, and I just didn't want to be that.
I mean, that's a fact. There's lots of women that settle. You are correct about that, sir. So in order to make sure that your wife didn't feel like she settled, you role play?
That's exactly right.
And so you do like superhero stuff. You say you do like cop stuff, stranger stuff.
Yeah, like stranger stuff. So basically, if there is this, if she's in the mood, if it's what she's feeling that night, she pretends that I'm a guy that she's never met. Sometimes we'll go to a bar and.
Nard did this with a woman where that one woman pretended like you were E.T.
What?
You know that E.T. was little finger lights up?
Yeah.
And then goes E.T. Yeah, and then what was that girl's name? This was in Dallas. Where Nard, she was, I don't know, she had like an alien fetish or whatever, and she had Nard act like E.T. and they would get it on.
I forget what her name was.
E.T. Bone Home. E.T. Bone Home. Yeah, that was weird. That girl was real weird.
Yeah.
You remember her, Nard?
I do not remember her.
Damn. All right, go ahead, Jerry.
Convenient.
Anyway, it's working for me. We're enjoying it. Role play. You got to try it. It's such a rush. Women love it.
I don't think they do.
I don't know.
I don't know that they do.
I've never heard of it.
And too many women
But that
might be
doesn't
on
mean
vacation
anything.
this week, so they might not even call in
Right.
to say that they hate it. I don't know. I think they like fantasy. I think they like the books.
Yeah.
They like the movies and stuff. I don't know. Do they want to dress up and role play and
I don't know.
What do you so you guys do Stranger? What else do you guys do?
Stranger's a common one.
Nard likes to do the kidnapper one.
What? No.
Some girls are into that one. They've called in and said that before.
I think they have.
Yeah, they absolutely have.
My ex-girlfriend wanted me to do the kidnap. It was a little weird at first. She wanted she's really into like horror movies, so she wanted me to bring like prop blood over. It was weird, but I did. I mean, you know, it was fun.
Yeah.
I just couldn't stay in character.
I know. I just laughed. Too much.
Yes, yeah. You just feel ridiculous.
So you and your woman, you get it on, and you're
We get
role
it
playing. All right.
We get it on. We're role playing.
And so you act like somebody else. Does she act like herself the whole time, or does she act like somebody else?
Could you repeat that? You guys are breaking up. What?
I was just curious. So when you're role playing, does she pretend to be somebody else as well for you, or is this a one-way street?
Absolutely, it's a two-way street. Yeah, and it was strange. It was strange at first, but once she enjoyed it, enjoyed it a lot, and then she started realizing, okay, this is fun. This is more innocent. It doesn't have to indicate that you want to cheat or that you're thinking of other people in a romantic partner kind of way.
But you guys are only doing like characters, right? Not like real life people, just characters.
No. Like if there's some times where, you know, she's admitted, like we both admitted that we fantasized about other people in our lives, and she's called me by other men's names. And honestly, if she's into it, I'm into it.
Wow.
So you got to act like a real life person that you guys have interacted with. You pretend to be him, and she's herself.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, that seems crazy.
Demonic.
Demonic might be much.
It's a blast.
I don't know.
It's a blast. He said it's a blast. He said it's a blast.
I don't know. That feels demonic.
As long as he's into it,
Yeah.
it sounds like they're going to be just fine.
Hey, you know what I'm thinking? As long as no one's getting hurt, everyone's having a good time.
Sure. Well, I'll give you this. You two match each other's freak.
Yeah, you do. And that's the most important
I can't
thing.
hate on that because if that's what you're into,
Yep.
I couldn't do it because I couldn't stay in character and I feel too goofy.
Yep.
But
luckily, you don't have to. It's not your relationship.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, I couldn't do the role play thing.
You've made that clear.
No, could you like break into a window and then go in there
Yes.
and
No.
tie a woman
Yes.
up?
I have not.
But you, Jerry, you made the statement that women are into this. I don't know.
I don't think they are.
I don't think so.
I think they are.
Mine definitely is. Here's what I think. Mine definitely is, and there are more women out there who are, but they're not going to tell you. They're afraid to tell you. That's what I think.
Okay, so you think that women would be into this, but they're just not going to be as vocal about it.
Yeah, because they think we're going to judge them.
Yeah, which we are.
Exactly right.
Which we
It's the
are.
stigma.
I mean,
So I guess that's the problem then.
I mean, can you imagine? So this dude Jerry, right? He has
Yeah.
to pretend like he's one of his girl's exes,
Yeah, that's crazy. That's a new
and
age.
she's still herself.
Mm-hmm.
And then
It's just her going back and living out those things.
that's wild. Like, all right, I get, whatever. You're Superman. She's Lois Lane.
Yeah.
Right? Stranger. You guys don't know each other. Okay.
Right.
You're the police officer. You pull over.
Who's going to be the new one?
You've been speeding, ma'am.
She's Lauren Sanchez and you're Jeff Bezos. I get it.
You've been speeding.
Oh,
this
yeah,
would
you're
be
a
a big
cop.
fine. This would be a big fine. She's like, no, officer. What if I just, bleep a bleep?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Let me turn my body cam off.
If that's what she wanted, I'd say, baby, show me the bald cap. I will be your Bezos.
Yeah. I don't know. That's different.
Yeah, it is different.
No, if you were role playing, what kind of characters would you like to be?
I wouldn't be any character.
Smurfs?
What? Smurfs? No, I would not be a Smurf. I'd be the Hulk.
My Little Pony?
You'd be the Hulk.
Yeah.
You'd be the Hulk?
Yeah, Smash.
What? And she would be like She-Hulk?
I don't know. Whatever she wants
You'd
to
be Thor?
Yeah.
Thanos.
Yeah.
Thanos and Hulk doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Nard's role playing.
Finally.
Yeah.
The matchup everyone's waiting for.
Oh, I don't know. I just don't think I
See, that's where it goes to. It goes to a ridiculous, just funny thing where you're talking about Hulk. You know what I mean? There's not like a serious role that Nard's going to play.
No.
I can't imagine dressing up.
I can't imagine Nard, because Nard hates character play at all.
Yeah, it's dumb.
He doesn't
Super
like
dumb.
he doesn't like wearing costumes or none of that.
We had him in a costume for 2 years. He dressed up like a Hooters waitress, and
That was
he hated
the
it.
Cried every day.
That was the longest 2 years. That was like 10 years in one.
Cried every day.
He got so mad.
Yeah.
Every celebrity that he ever met, he was dressed as a Hooters waitress.
But they all were like enamored by him.
Yeah, they loved him.
They thought it was the funniest thing. We're like, see that guy complimented you. Nard did not care.
What's up, Emilio?
He never was like, thanks, guys.
What do you got,
What's
Emilio?
going on, Bill?
What's up, buddy?
No, man. I can't do the role playing thing. Like we cosplay and everything, but I don't know. To me, she's enough. I think about her when I'm with her, and I've never. The good thing, I've never asked her what does she think about, but hopefully it's me.
So, Emilio, let's say you're having a little Emilio alone time. Do you think of your wife when you're having alone time?
Yes, Bill, I do.
All right.
Very
So
much so.
you don't think of any other woman?
No,
Nothing.
Bill.
You only see. That's the craziest thing. And the majority of dudes, ladies, this is the highest compliment that your man can give you. When Emilio is having Emilio time, alone time, when he's doing his business with himself, he's thinking of his wife. How
Which is
romantic is
Girls
that?
don't care.
Well, it's very rare too.
They
that I do
should,
that.
too.
That's so
Because
romantic.
how nice is that?
They don't care. They'll just think we're lying.
No, I mean,
I think they do think we're lying.
Yeah, so that's why they don't care.
Yeah, they do.
imagine Emilio in there, right? He's got Kleenex, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's got a bottle of, Jergens.
So my ex-girlfriend, she would say the same thing. She would say I was lying, but my wife now, like, she knows I'm telling the truth. She knows it's real. That's the difference.
Okay, so Jerry, when you have alone time, you also think of your wife.
Almost always, yes. I'd say
Almost
yes.
always.
Damn, are men that romantic that when we're even having alone time, we're thinking of our wives, our women,
Nonsense.
our fiancés.
Yeah, they literally don't care.
I got 2 calls, dumbass. I almost called you another name that I couldn't say.
That girls don't care that we think of them?
Right now, I'm 2 for 2 here, stupid.
What?
2. I got Emilio and Jerry that said
I'm
when
on
they
your-
touch themselves,
stupid.
they
I'm
think of
on
their
your-
wives.
Yeah, I
You're
wasn't.
an idiot.
I said that girls don't care that we do.
What? Yeah,
That's
they
what-
do. That's romantic.
1-855-FU-BILLY. Back to the Billy Madison Show. The Billy Madison Show.
Are you ready? Get up, get up.
Derek.
Yes, sir.
Now, you weren't here.
I wasn't.
You were on a lovely, rain-filled vacation.
Mm-hmm.
There was a family. They were on a Disney cruise.
Oh, my God, I read this.
You saw that story, right?
About the dad, the greatest dad to
hero-
ever live.
All right. Me and Nard talked about that on Monday.
What?
And I said I would have jumped, right?
Yeah.
I would have done what that dad did. If your daughter goes overboard, you're
I
jumping.
Knowing Billy, I
you're jumping.
$1,000,000% believe
You're
him.
jumping. Even if you die, you die. You're going to do whatever
I don't
you
know
can.
if I'm jumping, but I know you're jumping.
Nard said
Hell
he
no.
would not jump.
No, I would not.
He said he would not jump.
No, I would wait for a boat, a life
He would
raft.
wait. He would wait for Nard would wait for another man to try to save his family.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
goes,
would be like,
I'm not dying.
I mean, at least Nard's honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there are a lot of guys that every guy's. I'll even say like, yeah, I'd jump, but when it came down to it,
I know
don't
you would.
I don't know.
Yes, you would. If your son or daughter fell overboard at Disney Cruise, you're jumping after him. And guess what? The dad was a hero, and the kid lived.
Yeah.
Dad lived. Kid lived. The dad went out there, made sure that his kid's head was above the water.
No, it was amazing.
And it was.
I've never even heard of anybody surviving that.
I haven't either, but that was incredible.
Incredible.
But Nard said, I'm not doing that.
No.
I like his honesty though. I like it. I think it's amazing.
Now,
he's obviously too. You could tell Nard is in the process of raising a teenage son who might be a bit of a dick to him sometimes.
Well, somebody is saying that the dad is the dumbass that dropped his daughter.
Well, okay, so there is. I understand that.
They said that he might have put the kid on the
Right,
railing and
right.
to take a picture. So yeah, if you were in that position and you knew that you dropped it, yeah, you're gonna have to jump.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
I
But
agree with
if
you.
the kid just fell on his own, like it was originally presented, I'm not jumping.
Yep.
But
it
if
was originally presented like that.
But I'm not gonna have the pressure of people being like,
this
"Why did
person
you do
said, only person Nard loves is himself.
Yes.
You guys are just finding that out
been
now.
Like that, yeah.
I'm
He's
sorry,
the
I'm
most
sexy
selfish
and I'm hot
person.
and you're not."
This
most
guy went
selfish
to
person ever.
My first indication of that when I met Nard was when he showed us videos of him at the Special Olympics bullying his competition.
Yeah, that's what you do in
I've never seen anything like that.
Yeah, you talk crap.
I'd never seen anything like that before at the Special
You don't
Olympics.
think Tom Brady's never talked crap?
He was cutting Ric Flair promos
On these
his
kids.
competition.
Yeah, he was like talking about their athletic skills and whooping their ass.
And shout out Ric Flair. He had some skin cancer. He just had some major surgery.
What was that one that he was like, only thing you're going to see is the back of my head?
Yeah.
That's it.
You guys don't think Tom Brady talk crap? And he's the greatest of all time.
Yeah, I mean, but
Right.
he's
an athlete like me.
Right, he's
Yeah,
not in the
but-
Special Olympics.
He's an athlete.
All right.
But again,
I'm an athlete,
Nard,
he's an athlete.
you're not Tom Brady. Can I just? I really
Tom
want
Brady
to.
in Special
I really want to point that out that you're not
And
Tom Brady.
I get that people might be like, well, how can you draw that he's just like into himself from that? I never seen such an unaware, delusional person before.
What?
Check this
So
out.
of course those people always only love themselves.
This woman had, and this is probably an issue that a lot of women have with their men.
Yeah.
And this could cause a lot of issues in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Her issue is that her husband won't stop looking at other women. And I think women will tolerate it if it's just a glancing view or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're staring, that's when she gets upset at you.
Yeah.
She gets mad at you.
Of course.
But my thing is, I think women look the same or if not more than men.
They're just more subtle about it.
I think they're more subtle about it.
I'm also not paying attention.
They'll say things like, I'm just a people watcher. They'll come up with nice, sweet little terms for it. No, I just like to look at people. It's like, no, you meat-gazing lady, you know what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So I think women look just as much. But this woman, she's like, how does she get her husband to stop? Now, some of the ideas were go to Dr. J and get a big rack yourself. Because then your husband will be too worried about other men staring at your boobs.
Yeah, and he's only going to be looking at you.
That's it. He's gonna be a watchdog at that point.
what a funny thing to point out, because that does turn the dynamics.
No, you become a Rottweiler.
You're then watching to see what other guys are looking at your chick.
Yeah.
You don't even notice other girls.
That's the number. If you want your man
That is
to
funny.
stop looking at other women, get yourself
That
a
is
big rack.
funny.
Go to
Yeah.
Dr. J
Get
and
hot.
get some big jugs.
I didn't even think about that, but you totally turn into a different
No,
thing.
he's a watchdog.
Yeah.
He's like, "Rah, rah, rah, rah."
Because you don't even have time to notice other girls because you're looking at the guys that are noticing your girl with their big boobs.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's one way to do it.
Yeah, and then ladies, you have all the attention.
Yeah.
Another way, another
Now
woman,
maybe you want that, maybe you don't.
Another woman said divorce him. Another woman said cheat on him.
Is
and then
divorcing him a real viable thing?
No, but these are just the options that women were giving.
Like, are women that mad about it?
I don't know.
I mean, I'm just curious. Maybe they are, but it just seems like such a small thing. But maybe I could be wrong on that.
Derek, as you know, ladies, you need to look at your man like a diamond.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right? No, there are flaws in every diamond. There's not a perfect diamond.
Uh-huh.
But is the diamond beautiful? Does he do all the other things?
Right.
Why do you have to just point out the one flaw that you see in the diamond and just focus on that? Can you not focus on all the other great things that this man does for you?
It's a great point.
So
I just don't know why they get so offended by it.
This tiny flaw that he's staring at other women,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not defending it. I like the idea. Your woman gets a boob job. Now you're a watchdog for her boobs because now you kind of see now you're seeing all these thirsty werewolves out there that are staring at your woman.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't like that.
You don't like that? It probably doesn't feel good.
I just understand why a woman would be upset at her dude looking, because it's not like the girls are reciprocating that and want him back. Like I had two big ugly monster dogs, and I'd take them to the dog park, and they'd always be interested in other owners, and I'm just like, nobody wants you guys. You guys are monsters. It's like, who cares? Who cares if they're interested in other people?
You're saying the women shouldn't even worry about it because nobody's trying to take your
Nobody's
man.
trying to take their dude, so who cares if the dude's looking?
All right. Clarissa, you had a comment. Yes.
Yeah, so my perspective is I'm not worried about it because I genuinely think that women are worse. We're more savvy, we're more sophisticated, we're smarter, and so we're looking at dudes too. I'm a meat gazer, and I also like women, so I check out other women. I think that we have
that's double trouble because now you're looking at everybody.
Yeah, but I'm not it's not like I'm acting on it.
You need the cone of shame then when you go out. That's when I hear a woman, she's like, I'm a meat gazer. I'm like, we need to put the cone of shame.
Yeah.
That thing that dogs wear so they don't lick themselves, right? Lick their wounds.
Yep.
Yeah, a meat gazer. That is just a filthy thing to say.
It's the least that you can do, though, if you're in a relationship, right?
But you know how dirty that is?
Yeah,
it is. I'm a meat gazer.
Yep.
I'm
But
a meat
it's not
gazer.
like I'm acting on it. I'm just looking around, We're,
I
we're
know.
more shy about it.
But when in these ears, these big ass ears, it sounds dirty.
Mm-hmm.
I need a Q-tip. I want to clean my ears after hearing that.
Yeah.
I bet you liked dirty.
No.
No.
No. I like my ears clean.
Okay. We got a Catholic school kid over here.
How did you know?
Dang.
Oh, man.
She listens to the show.
Yes, she does.
Of course. A lot of years. Yes. Military even. Military Catholic.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you're out there, you're meat gazing, you're with your man, you're holding his hand while you're staring at other men's meat.
Absolutely. He probably finds it hot. I'm not
I don't think he finds it
you know what
hot.
I mean?
I'm a meat gazer.
Can't find it hot.
He can't find it hot at all.
Mm-hmm.
Look, everyone does it. It's not like I'm out there actively doing anything on it, acting on it. I think that that's much worse. And babies are attracted to attractive people. It's just a human thing. I don't think that anything's necessarily wrong with it.
I don't know. Meat gazer chicks are creepy, is what one person just said. But I mean, what's fair is fair, right? If you got men are out there staring at other women, Clarissa, she does her thing. You're a bit of a flirt. You like to stare at other men, and you also like women, so you like to stare at women.
Okay, let's replace the word stare. because I think stare is giving off the creepy vibes. Yeah, glance. Look at intimately, lightly. Yeah, whatever.
Intimately, lightly. What? That's creepy.
Hang on, let me see. Renee,
Good morning.
are you a meat gazer?
Yeah, I am. Just like the other lady. I mean, like you can't look and like not expect to be like, you know what? I can get some of that, but I'm not going to. You know.
Do you hold your gentleman's hand as you're meat gazing other men?
Yeah, we'll be looking at booties together. We'll be like, hey, check your 10 o'clock.
All right, so you'll be like, hey, go check out that. But do you do that because you're meat gazing? You get his eyes over here so that you can have your eyes over there?
No, we'll be looking at the same. I look at women more than I do at men. So it's not. Look, I could get jealous because like he might look at a woman, but I'm like, well, you know what? I understand. So I can't be mad. So you know what? Might as well enjoy it together.
Okay. So this is like a fun pastime. You guys go to the mall or wherever you go, zoo, wherever you go, and you guys are out there just. It's an appreciation.
It's an appreciation for like how someone looks. It's not, you know.
It's a connection. We bond together looking at booty.
All right. Yeah. So you have a booty bond. See, that's different. So both you guys are checking out butts together. You can understand that. Don't you think meat gazing? That's just another level. That's like those dirty men that are like, oh man, love going out there and seeing their camel toes.
That's weird.
And also, like, if they got like the sweatpants on, sure, I'm gonna look, but I'm just more attracted to the booties and the shape. Yeah.
So Renee, sweatpants, you are checking out the goods in the sweatpants, huh?
Hell yeah.
But you know, more so the booty.
I mean, like it has surprised me the amount of girls that have came out with like sweatpants. They're definitely looking.
Soft Baby says she is also a meat gazer.
I appreciate them admitting it.
Yeah,
that is nice of them.
So it's not just men that are out there.
Well, it's because girls are becoming guys.
Women are modest.
More of us
but I think we're coming out more.
No, I hear there's an army of you meat gazers out there.
Mm-hmm.
There is.
Doesn't surprise me. Perverts.
Someone just growled.
Absolute perverts.
That was a creepy ass growl.
Somebody just growled.
She just did the grunt.
What's up?
Grunt growl.
When they see meat, right?
Like,
They're meat gazing. They did a Tim Allen.
Yeah.
What's up, Cece? So, do you CC pee-pee?
I do, but I have an idea for how to stop her man from gazing at other women.
Yeah.
To do it like a swear jar. He has to pay $10 every time he's caught.
Okay,
Most men are motivated by money.
Like a cuss jar instead. It's. I understand. Yeah, that's one way to do it.
Here's the thing though. When you start to do that, now you're kind of forcing him to hide it. I don't want him hiding it. Let's just live out loud, right? Because now he's going to probably do something else. Let him look. Let the woman look. Let everybody look. It's fine.
Let everyone just touch. It'd be fine.
I mean, looking's fine, but it's just whenever they're like being gross about it, that's what I don't
Right, and I would imagine. So, what kind of when a man is staring at you, what do you consider like a gross face that the man makes?
Just in there staring with his eyes popping out and his mouth open.
Mouth open, like maybe as he runs his tongue over his lips, almost like he's chewing on something that isn't there.
Right. Yeah. See, women aren't doing that. We're looking and we're internalizing what they would be like, you know, but we're not out there.
So when you're out there, are you picturing what it looks like, what that man would look like without clothes?
100%.
Oh, okay.
So women do that. They're like, oh, I wonder what that thing looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is horrifying.
Yeah, it is. Eye-opening.
This is like, so, honey, you want to go to the mall? No, we're just gonna DoorDash, or let's just curbside everything.
Mm-hmm.
If the curbside business is gonna be booming.
Yeah.
You're in denial if you're not willing to admit to that. I think it's a totally human thing.
Total human thing. All right, what's up, Brittany?
So I have to just say, what about respect?
Yeah.
Because, yeah, you're staring and looking, but I mean, it's all about respect for your man, and I would hope your man respects you as well.
So it is disrespectful for a man to blatantly stare at another woman. Don't you agree?
I agree. 'Cause,
Now,
I mean,
it is not prim, proper, or ladylike to be meat gazing at a man who's got his thing in some sweatpants.
I mean, come on. He set himself up. If that thing is flopping around in sweatpants,
He
I
did
have
set
to
himself
look. Like,
up.
I mean, that's
like passing a really cute puppy. Are you not going to look?
Passing a cucumber.
yeah, but you guys want to pet it, it sounds like. That's the problem I think we got here is that, Clarissa's over there. She's like, can I pet that puppy?
Listen, I
What
can
a
look
good
at a
boy.
cute puppy and not touch it. I could admire that cute puppy and not buy it.
Yeah, I guess.
Anything about it, and it's still a level of respect. It's not like I'm out there like
I mean,
picking up the
no,
puppy.
I mean, Soft Baby says men look at us like we are a piece of meat. Why can't we do the same thing? I mean, this woman says that no sweatpants rule. She does not allow her man to wear sweatpants in public. Those are strictly for at home.
Yeah, because she gets it. Okay.
Brittany, would you? Obviously, it would be disrespectful for your man to wear gray sweatpants in public and have his thing flopping around, right? That would be disrespectful.
I mean, I think so. I mean, it's hard for me to let him just wear basketball shorts out.
Yeah.
Let him. Do you?
I
own
thought
him?
she said bless him.
I know.
I heard
Yeah,
a bless him.
bless him.
Yeah. So
No.
Brittany, you're
girls
saying
are perverts.
You're saying your man has a hog. He's got a dangaling. He's got something there.
Well, I mean,
You ever thought about putting an air tracker on that?
I'm not saying I own him or anything. I mean, he wears basketball shorts, but
No, but it is hot when the woman's like, "I own that."
That's
mine.
yeah, that's mom.
Yeah.
That's mine. Yeah, that is
That's pretty
hot.
hot.
When a woman like, she's like, "I want to put my name on that." Right?
It's not like abusive like when a guy does it.
No, if he's like, "I own that giner,"
You're like,
right?
"Hey,
It's like,
relax,
whoa,
buddy.
Whoa, 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 watch it. But
It's
when
a
a
free
woman,
country.
when a woman says that's hers, she owns it. That's hers.
Yeah, it's hot.
Yeah, it's
That's
adorable.
hot.
Mm-hmm.
When she wants to get adoption papers for it,
Yeah.
Oh,
when she names it, owns it, and all that, that is hot.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. All right. Thank you. Well, yeah, if a dude's like, that's my genre.
That's just how it is. When girls do things that guys do, it's like, not the same.
Autumn, don't hang up. Clarissa, if you would like to still talk meat gazing, we'd love to have you hang on. 1-855-FU-Billy. We also got to get you qualified for that Disneyland trip. We'll do that in about less than 20 minutes. Hang on.
Back to the Billy Madison Show.
Yes, Billy Madison Show. We'll get you qualified for that Disney trip coming up. Go to Disneyland.
Hell yeah.
Sadly, a lot of guys find themselves in this type of marriage, this type of relationship. For instance,
sex as a weapon against your husband.
yeah, any fella out there, maybe you're divorced now, but do you see the article about how it's the summer of divorce?
I did see that, yeah.
Yeah.
Aw.
Anybody
So
had
sad.
sex as a weapon in a marriage.
Oh, man.
Right, where you could get cheeks, but they were weaponized cheeks.
Yeah.
Right?
I think that happens a lot.
Right? She was the Kim Jong Buns. This is what she was, right? She ran everything. You didn't get none, hardly, and it was weaponized.
Mm-hmm.
Sex as a weapon against your husband. And have sex often is probably some of the most extraordinary advice I never got.
Yeah. So what this woman is saying is, she said that the advice that she never got when she got married was to have sex often.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody gave her that advice. Nobody was like, hey, look, you want to have a successful marriage? Do it often. Do it a lot. Right?
Yep. I agree.
Yeah.
100%.
That's
the
thing.
key.
That is the key. Do it
We've said
often.
that.
But any dudes out there, any hardworking dudes out there, maybe your first wife, it was weaponized.
Yeah, I mean, that's how I think a lot of marriages are, for sure. It's
Where it
weaponized.
was contingent on
Yeah.
if you did something.
A barter system.
Or, she would be upset at you that day over something, and so now you weren't going to get any.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's to be expected.
Or
It's hard to still have sex if you're mad at the person.
But you know what just something dumb. You forgot to take the trash out because you had a busy day, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, and now all of a sudden she's like, well, you're getting none.
Right. You're on
It's like,
punishment.
yeah, right. So she used her butt cheeks to punish you.
I mean, that is,
You had limited access. Your key card did not work.
Oh, damn.
Denied. Right. I'm pretty sure that's my debit numbers.
Yeah.
Denied.
Right. I should be, that should unlock.
Right. That's the demise of so many marriages.
It is.
When they weaponize the booty.
Yeah. But girls would say, guys weaponize the funds or something.
Yeah. I mean, we never weaponize our wieners.
No, but we weaponize other things.
I mean, wieners usually aren't big enough to weaponize
That's
anyway.
true,
It's like,
yeah.
oh, yeah, I'm scared of that.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not going to give me that? Wah.
Yep.
Okay, great. I'm not going to get that. Oh, wow. I'm really disappointed.
Right.
Just like I am every time we do it.
But now with girls making the money in the house, it's like, I don't know what guys can even weaponize. Because it used to be money was the only thing I could think that guys
They got
could
their own
use.
money now.
But they got their own money.
So
They're usually making more than the dudes. So it's like, I don't know what guys can weaponize.
And I got to be honest, I see more women doing home improvement, little things around the houses.
that's sexy.
Right?
I just watched a whole,
So they
video
know
of
how
this
to do that.
This girl at Home Depot, she got a whole bunch of dirt and stuff, right? And she loaded it up into a trash can that had wheels on it.
Yeah.
And she built this thing on the back of her truck to basically haul the trash can off. Because she wouldn't be able to lift it up onto the truck.
Yeah.
So she put it in this trash can and then hauled that. It was like, oh, wow, girls are figuring it out.
Yeah, so they don't need you for that anymore.
Mhm.
They know how to fix toilets.
Yeah.
They can switch out, light switches and all that stuff. They know electrical work.
Yeah.
So really, men have nothing. You have no.
We have nothing to our advantage.
Nothing.
We have nothing we can we have no leverage.
And a lot of us dudes,
we've gotten rid of all of our leverage.
Didn't grow up with dads, so we don't know how to do any of this
I don't know
stuff.
how to do none of it.
But women, they got that thing.
Sex as a weapon against your husband. And have sex often is probably some of the most extraordinary advice I never got.
Man, she never got that. And so she didn't have sex with her husband. And much like a flower that didn't get watered, it died.
Mm-hmm.
And so you got to look at that thing you got to water that thing.
You
but
do.
that thing's got to want the water too.
Yeah.
Right. And so a lot of these dudes, you get with the woman, it's like, I don't want to be watered.
Right.
I'm good. Thank you, though. Thank
Right.
you, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Man, do you see, Nard, you had brought me this story a while back.
Okay.
This would weird you out, where this woman, imagine you get with this woman and you're like, you're really into her. And then she tells you that she has a tattoo, but inside the tattoo are her dead husband's ashes.
My husband died in February, and I don't know how he does this, but he can communicate very clearly. He died back in February, and I had his celebration of life on Sunday. I have this tattoo. I had gotten it with his ashes, and because that was the game we played.
I know some people do this with their dogs and stuff like that, but
yeah,
she's got her dead husband's ashes
tattooed on her body.
Yeah.
It was our game, and literally was our only argument is who loves who more. And he would always say, no, I win. So the day I'm leaving to go to his celebration of life, I had everything packed. We had been working our tails off to put this big display together. Man, was I exhausted, and it hadn't even started yet. As I'm leaving, all of a sudden, I think to myself, I need to get one of my drinks. I always use these 2 cups to put my kale greens in.
Neat. This is a little too much of the
they were
story.
dirty.
Jeez,
So
my gosh, Nard. Every story you give me, she
This
talks
is how
how
it
you
is.
talk.
Okay.
Yeah.
We mean,
All right.
So many extra details.
Nope.
This
I didn't
reminds
cut
me.
the audio.
This reminds me of the woman who, I don't know if a lot of women do this. I guess maybe if you have a man that's more well endowed, what you'll do is you will get a mold of your man's dingy dong.
Damn.
Yes.
And then you'll just live out your life.
Well, then you'll have it. Remember, it was a while back.
Yeah.
Where this dude was weirded out that a woman that was a widow, she had a mold of her dead husband's wiener.
Yeah.
Right. And he thought that was weird, and she wanted to bring that in the bedroom. So
she was doing it with other guys?
She wanted to have a threesome basically with her dead husband?
Yeah, so that
Oh,
she
my
didn't feel
God.
it. She felt less guilt because it was like her husband was there.
Oh, man.
I think that's what you make it look guilty then. Like,
Well-
don't involve him. He's dead.
No, I know. I got you, Derek.
Like,
But-
just if you want to move on, that's fine.
I mean, for the dead husband, I'm sure he was happy. At least
He
was
don't
there.
care. You're dead.
I mean, I thought it was romantic.
people aren't
It
watching
was a
us.
little romantic, isn't it? She's
Yeah.
like, hey, at least I want my dead husband's dingy dong
Yeah, if
here.
you're-
I hope you don't mind, but
It was a little romantic.
For her, not the guy.
You don't hear any romance in that.
I don't, Billy. I'm struggling to find the romance. That she wanted to involve her dead husband's dingy dong.
She wasn't quite over her dead husband.
Then maybe she shouldn't be sleeping with other men.
Yeah, that's what I say. Yeah, I mean that's.
I mean, if you're not over it, fine. That's crazy.
I don't know. I thought it was a little romantic. I mean,
don't
it's
hear
not,
any
it's
romance.
not like Titanic, Notebook, but it's in the same category, kind of,
It ain't,
as
buddy.
that type of romance.
I don't know about that.
Pretty much.
Yeah. But like, I just don't think I could never be with a woman whose husband died. Like, I could be with somebody that got
Why?
divorced or something.
What?
But if he died, that just means that like
That's awesome
they would have still been together.
It's awesome.
Well,
You're
yeah,
so
because,
weird.
Well, because she's not going to go back and bang her ex.
You're so weird.
But
All
she
right.
wants to be with him.
Let me go to break because I got to get you qualified for a trip to Disneyland. We do it next.
back to the Billy Madison Show. 1-855-FU-BILLY. 1-855-FU-BILLY.
All right, let's get you qualified for a trip to Disneyland.
Badass.
I need caller number 9 right now. The answer is always D. I got $25, a Disney gift card to give to you. Instantly qualify you to win a visit and join the Disneyland 70th celebration, including hotel, 4-day, 1 park per day tickets and airfare. KissRocks.com for more details. We have today and then tomorrow, and then we're picking a winner.
Mm-hmm.
So I have right now, I'll qualify somebody, caller number 9. I'll do it 2 times tomorrow, and that's it.
Oh.
I know. Then that's it, dog. Then somebody's going to Disneyland.
Yep.
I know our buddy Chris, he's at Disney World right now. I can't wait to see those family photos because they got family
Oh,
shirts.
man, he's going to have so many sweat stains.
Oh, God.
Oh, you're so rude.
Nard, you're so rude.
You know it's true, though.
I don't
So
highlight
rude.
it.
Yeah, so rude. He is sweaty.
And I don't know
His
that it's true.
neckline and
I
his
don't
pits.
see him sweat.
Oh, dude, he sweats.
All right, let me let me get to Rude. Is
It's
it Rudy?
not right.
Is Rudy your name? Mr. Rudy. Rudy.
Rudy.
Rudy. Rudy. Rudy.
Oh, there he is. He giggled.
Rudy. Rudy, are you there?
Yes, sir. I'm
What's
here.
up, dog? How you doing?
Good. How you guys doing?
Wonderful. All right, I'm going to ask you a question. The answer is always D. If you get it correct,
Yes, sir.
$25 Disney gift card, and you could maybe get a trip to Disneyland, okay?
Awesome. Thank you.
All right, hold on. Disneyland is in the state of A, New York, B, Florida, C, Washington, or D, California.
D, California.
That is correct.
Nice.
Are you going to bring your family? Is this?
Dang, that was the hardest one right there.
Yeah, it was. It was a little bit of
Almost
a delay.
tripped him up.
Almost tripped our whole system up here because it starts. Alarms start to go off if there's dead air.
Mm-hmm.
I almost thought that one, huh?
Yeah. Well, congratulations.
Yeah, way to go, man.
You did get it correct when
You're
the
qualified.
The answer is always D. Disneyland trivia. Do you have a special lady you're going to bring with?
Take the wife and kids.
A wife and kids.
Wow.
Do you have to take the kids?
See, that's what I said. Maybe take the buddies.
That's kind of
Yeah,
the point.
just you and the bros go there.
We're in the Mickey Mouse ears.
Where are you guys going? Man, we're going to Disneyland, bro trip. Woo!
Nobody's doing that.
They should.
I see, dude.
They should.
Yeah.
When I've been to Disney, I've been there in a while, but
Yeah.
when I've been there, I have seen dudes on bro trips.
You've never seen a dude
at
on
Epcot.
a bro trip.
They're
If you
broing
haven't,
it out.
We need to start that.
They're broing it out. They're getting
Bruh.
hammered at Epcot.
Can we start that?
Yeah,
If
let's
that's
do
ever
it.
happened, I would love to hear that.
Lots of bros
Instead
go
of
there.
a golf trip, they're doing Disney trips with
Yeah,
all the
they-
bros.
They go beers
Sign
around
you
the
up.
world.
Yeah, let's do it.
Sign
You know Disney's fun.
Yeah, it is. It's
You
absolutely
know how much
amazing.
fun it would be with your bros?
Oh my God, that would be
Going around.
That would probably be the best vacation.
I
ever.
did enjoy seeing the Barstool guys do it when like Dave and his
See?
crew.
There you go.
Yeah.
Barstool Sports. Those dudes did it.
That
They had a
was-
great time.
That was really funny too. It was really funny content.
They had fun.
Yeah.
Telling you, every time I go there, I see a group of dudes.
I mean, they wrote all the rides. They did.
Yeah.
the whole
Let's
thing.
do it.
I don't know.
I don't want to go there with you.
Okay, well, all right.
Nard's like he's in it. He's like, yo, you got to build it around him.
I did not say build around me. What are you talking about?
I'm just saying, you're in it.
Here's the problem I
He's
have.
so
with
excited about it. You have to
you.
put
I've
him in it.
invited you so many times.
What?
And then you always say no.
Yeah.
So I'm done inviting you.
That's ridiculous.
I'm just not going to invite you anymore.
That's dumb.
You're a bad friend.
You're dumb.
You're stupid.
Nope, you're dumb.
You're dumb.
You're dumb.
No,
You know what?
you're dumber.
Yeah, I'm dumber than you.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, Mr.
Oh
Part-time.
man, that weight gone is like wow.
Oh, I know. He's
It's
got him
going to
talk
his head.
crazy.
Yeah.
He's got him talk. I can't even get mad at him because I already know I'm smarter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
you got
it
a
doesn't
degree.
even matter.
Yeah,
A degree doesn't make you smart.
I know, but I'm good looking though.
Listen to this
man.
charisma on this guy.
Yeah.
So
Nobody ever is like, oh man, Billy's the ugly one, Nard's the hot one, ever.
Oh, they say that all the time.
They say it
It's
all the
never
time.
happened.
All
They've
the
been
time.
saying
It's
it.
never happened.
Yeah, because he got married, so then it's like, oh, he's ugly.
It does make you uglier.
It does. I was like, I'm sorry, Billy.
That's
I
fine.
didn't want to break that, but I'm glad you ripped off that Band-Aid.
Just shut up.
So they ask these women, they're like, what's the oldest dude you would bang?
It's a great question.
Yeah, and this is what they said.
What is the oldest you would go? One night stand, 25. Money? Way.
Well, she's younger. She's
Damn.
probably like 20 or something.
I didn't think they were going to stay in the 20s.
Yeah, for a one-night stand, yeah, she's not going to go up there.
She's not going to bang a 40-year-old?
Oldest you would go? One night stand, 25. Money? Way more than that. Money, we're talking 72.
Wow.
72. She said for money, 72.
Okay.
You got your answer.
So she wants to have sex with the 25-year-old, but
But
she's
yeah.
willing to do it if cash is involved with the old man.
Who
Yeah.
wouldn't?
Fucking her dad. My dad is 70.
She said she would do her friend's dad
What
for
do you
some
mean,
money.
who wouldn't?
Yeah, who
Nard?
wouldn't?
There's girls out there that would not do this.
Yeah, they would. Golly.
No, I
don't
did.
think you
okay.
could say that.
I did. No,
yeah.
Derek.
What?
I did see a girl in her bio. She said, "I'm all ass and no class."
Okay, I like that bio, but she doesn't represent all women.
No, but I'm just saying.
It's not like, hey,
She
this
said,
is Susan B. Anthony.
I'm all ass and no class. She was not trying to be a classy lady. She was all
Some
about
of them
that
aren't.
ass. So,
But
I mean,
some of them are.
Is your dad hot? Hot. He looks like he's 50, bro. Is he rich? You just want your dad regardless, is what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah. Can we switch? That.
man. So she said
Damn.
for a one night stand.
But that one girl was like, I'd do her dad.
Yeah.
All right.
Her dad must not have been around or something. Some
All right.
daddy issues or something. Because, you know,
don't
once you
know.
get to that age, you're like invisible to women. Right? Because that day will come for every man.
Most
Where-
girls coming up nowadays don't
where
have
you're,
daddy issues.
where you're now
Really?
invisible
Yeah.
to women. Nard was kind of struggling with that. Like Nard, he's what they call. I have heard a lot of ladies call you a beard fish.
What's a
A
beard,
beard
fish?
fish.
Well, because if you shave your beard off, you're hideous.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
yeah.
with
Aren't most guys?
With a beard, though,
Yeah.
you're a pretty handsome
No,
guy.
I agree.
Yeah, but without that beard, it's
Yeah.
like, oh no,
it's
it's a tough look.
it is.
but he
And
grows a beard, so.
Yeah, to hide it, right? That's his makeup.
If
Man,
I didn't,
But
yeah.
is that how girls are like clapping back at dudes?
Yeah, they are.
But he naturally grows it.
Well,
He
okay.
doesn't have to go to Ulta and buy it.
Derek, there was you weren't here.
I wasn't.
You were in a rainforest
I was.
having a vacation.
Mm-hmm.
But this woman said that men need to settle down before they lose their hairline. So she said,
Facts.
if you gotta
Yeah.
gotta get a girl before your hairline goes.
I mean, I don't think she's wrong.
I thought, and that was, she's like, hey, look, your hairline says it's time to settle down.
Yep.
It's probably more difficult to land a chick after.
She's saying you can't be a player with a bad hairline.
I think she might be right.
I think she's 100% correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can't be out there being a player with a bad hairline.
No.
Checks out.
It looks wild, right?
I would say yes.
Dude's coming out there, he's all forehead.
All foreheads.
No follicles, all forehead.
That's tough.
Just trying to be a player. What's up,
Yeah, you
ladies?
can do that.
I don't know that you can do that. I could be wrong, though.
I mean, it may happen. I don't know.
All right.
It doesn't seem possible, though.
No.
I have a story that reminds me of you.
Man.
I do. Listen. Nathan Norris, this is song. Nathan Norris, this is song. I mean, if there was ever a Norris family story.
Instrumental? Oh, okay.
Yeah. But what I'm about to play here, you're going to be like, damn, that is Nard to the T. Are you ready for it? Okay, I'm sorry. Turn off your theme music. Theme music just going crazy.
It gets wild as it goes on.
It does. It won't shut up.
They
All
really
right.
start stringing.
All right, here we go. This story reminded me of our buddy Nathaniel Daniel Norris.
My family of 6 has a poop knife.
Yeah.
A what?
Family of 6 had a poop knife.
Okay.
And because that was the first time I've
I've
ever
never
heard.
had a poop knife.
Shut your ass.
I've
You
thought
shut your
shutting
butt
my
cheeks
ass
right now.
nothing. It's gonna talk all
You're
day.
a liar.
It's
You're a
gonna
liar.
talk all day. To
You're
say,
a
I don't have
liar
a poop knife.
because liar,
I have
liar,
a plunger
liar.
if I need
poop
it.
knife on fire. This was a
I've
lie.
never. Never.
The first time I ever heard of a poop knife was when you brought it up. You said your family, you and your
Nope.
sisters and your dad and your ma, your kin.
Nope. I said my sisters got constipated and my mom had to dig it out.
They had a poop knife.
Never had a poop
and you
knife.
guys had to chop it down
Nope.
like a tree so it
Nope.
would flush down the toilet.
That doesn't make sense because they couldn't poop.
Derek.
Yeah, I remember the poop knife. Yeah,
Thank
coming
you.
from Norris.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know why he.
You guys even named the knife. I don't remember the knife.
Other people confirmed they also had poop knives, so I don't know why Nard's like all embarrassed by it.
Because I didn't have a poop knife. I had a plunger and then I had
And a
that's
poop
it.
knife.
What? I
Maybe it was a
You plunge
machete.
it when
I
it
don't know
gets
what it was.
clogged.
Then what's the poop knife for?
This is the one that
So you
we
can chop
have.
it up
We keep
before.
Yeah, because there were so many people in the family and you guys ate so much.
And you only flush that once a day or whatever.
What?
in our vinegar bucket with our xylo
Do you
sponge.
remember when you moved into the house? Because before that, you had an outhouse. You didn't have to worry about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
But when
You
you
could just
moved,
fill her up.
when you moved into a house with running water and and flooring,
We always had flooring.
It took a
and we
while to
had-
adjust.
you did not always have.
Really?
Yeah.
We weren't with the Indians.
You did not.
we weren't in Afghanistan. We were in America with running water and running toilets. We
Josie.
never had an outhouse, Billy. I don't know what
Indians
you
aren't in
You're an
Afghanistan,
only
by the
child,
way.
and you're just used to making up stories your entire
Indians would be in India.
life. No, they wouldn't be here.
no. It's called
Indians?
Native Americans.
They're called Indians.
Indigenous.
Oh yeah.
What?
No.
Yeah. You need
I'm
to
sorry.
Your name?
You need to fast forward to 2025.
Indians that came to
No.
my school that did the powwow.
Yes.
They were called
no,
Indians.
Native Americans.
Nard.
They were called Indians.
No.
well,
I know at your house they were.
Yep. They
but
were.
at your house they had the poop
They
knife.
came to my school where
I
they
know.
taught us
All right.
all of everything.
You
I
shut
know.
your
You
butt
still
cheeks.
recognize Washington as not the commanders. I get it.
All right.
Spongiums, if you don't know what a xylospongium is, this is what you wipe with instead of toilet paper. The wetness is from soaking in vinegar.
Yeah,
Really
I remember
easy.
that was like one of your mama's, like old mom's, old wives' tale. Grandma passed down that recipe. They would soak the family cloth in vinegar and they would wipe their ass with it. And they had it in their outhouse. And then when they moved to a home that had flooring and running water and stuff, it'd always get clogged.
Yeah. Bill in the chat's got your back, Nard. He's like, what's the big deal with the poop knife? I have one. All of my neighbors do. Literally everyone I know has one.
I've never had a
The
poop
F's
knife.
the big deal.
I don't even know what
They're
the poop
calling
knife's
it
for.
the Norris corn cutter.
If it's
Yeah.
not to unclog it, what is it for?
It's to chop it up so it'll go down smooth.
That's weird.
I know.
It's
That's-
already smooth. I've had some big ass turds and it goes down just fine.
How big?
Pretty big. Like I'll like, especially after my surgery, I've laid some big ass turds.
And you
They
always,
fill up the
every
bottom.
family needs a poop
I'm like,
knife.
where's
So
the
this is
water?
ours. What's really cool about using vinegar is that it doesn't rust. We also have something extra in here. If you really need it, we have a sponge. And it just works really well.
Yeah, whatever. I just, you get some Charmin. You can
Yeah.
get what are those things called? It's not a bidet. Is it a bidet?
I think so.
Yeah, where it cleans your butt.
Yeah.
Yeah, just do that.
Mm-hmm.
If you need a poop knife, you need to work on your diet.
Yeah.
Get some
Or
diet.
your
and
plumbing?
yeah, diet and exercise.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, do some diet and exercise.
I thought it was more of a problem with how the toilet was put in and plumbing and stuff.
And Nards acted like, because they didn't, until they moved to Tulsa,
What?
when
Yeah.
they lived in Chelsea.
They didn't have water.
We had
they
water
didn't
there.
have flooring.
We had flooring.
You did not.
We had normal houses like everybody else.
Your flooring was the dirt.
There was no dirt, no nothing. It was just a normal house.
It was God's floor.
Oh my God.
This is land. This is
Right.
our land. Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
Talking to you guys is like talking to Tom.
This is the Lord's tile.
I don't know why you get so mad at me.
I have no idea. Yeah, look where you came from. I mean, to where you're at now, it's amazing.
I saw another rude thing that was on the internet.
What?
And this tall woman was telling dudes, they're like, hey, she's 5'11". Don't come at her with anything small. Because, she needs a big one because she's tall.
Oh, I got you. Makes
Ciao.
sense.
I'm Italian. I'm 5'11" tall. My size is 5.9 inches long, 5.7 inches thick, but this is kind of small.
I don't know if you could hit the button. Just wasn't. Anyways, so there's this woman that is super tall, and she was saying that in order to get with her, you have to have a large one.
That makes sense.
Right? That would make sense.
Yeah, just because it'd probably be, that part would probably not be as small. If she's tall, I'm just thinking, like, if she's tall, then that means her region down there is probably bigger.
No.
Oh.
I don't think so, Nard. I don't think you can say that.
You don't think so?
No.
If she's got long thighs, I bet.
So I have women want men to compete for women.
Okay.
But they want you to compete with other men for the women.
Right.
So I got that one. I got this woman that says that women are way better at cheaters.
Yes.
And some funny Family Feud. We'll get to that next.
1-855-FU-BILLY. Back to the Billy Madison Show.
What's up, Billy Madison Show? Coming up, we got the news. You know, as a dude, how you compliment a woman, that's a touchy thing to do.
Yeah.
Because it can come across creepy. It comes down to one thing. And me and Derek were just talking about it. You can't be ugly.
That's it.
Women don't want compliments from ugly men.
Hell no.
They don't want you to talk to them if you're ugly.
Listen
but
to
they
this.
won't say that,
They
though.
won't say that, but they do not want a compliment from an ugly man.
I personally don't find it creepy if men want to approach women and ask them out. I think it's how you do it is what's important. So if you go up to a girl and just start making small talk or right away compliment her, that can come off as creepy and annoying. I think the best way to go about it is to go up to her and be like, hey, are you single? I think you're really cute. Just like ask if she's even.
Oh,
yeah, okay.
My boner likes you.
No. Here's the thing.
Why is this girl
women
sitting up?
only like compliments from other women and attractive men.
Yes.
That's it.
Yep.
Just say it, lady.
If you're an ugly dude, you cannot give a woman a compliment.
That's what you mean.
One, because now you sound desperate.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So if you give a woman a compliment and you're an ugly dude,
yeah,
it sounds like desperation. That you should.
We are.
And here's a tip. This is a life hack. If
Mhm.
you're a good-looking dude, unless she's your woman, if she's your woman, shower her with compliments. Sure.
Yeah.
But
it does go a long way.
Right. But
especially if you're mean to her a lot.
But if you are not an attractive man, you can't give a woman a compliment.
She don't want nothing from
not
you.
until she gets to know your personality. You can make her laugh. Make her laugh. Don't give her a compliment.
I love the girls that. Have you ever seen the girls that get pissed off when an ugly guy talks to them because they're like, the fact that he even thought he could talk to me.
That thought that he had a chance.
It offends them.
On the market. Because then if she isn't interested or actually is in a relationship, she can just be like, oh no, I'm in a relationship. Thank you though, I appreciate you coming and talking to me. Whatever.
No, the women don't. They don't want compliments from ugly dudes.
Mm-hmm.
I there was some audio that I had. This woman, she doesn't even want to be seen with an ugly dude. Listen.
I'm so sorry, but no amount of money could make me hang out with an ugly dude.
See?
No amount of money?
No amount of money could get her to hang
Honey,
out with an ugly dude.
No amount of money?
No.
None.
If you are lacking in looks, you have to have personality. Do not compliment them. Make them laugh.
Yes.
That's
the only shot you
That's
have.
the biggest mistake men make is that you got to know, all right, if you're a 5 or a 6, you're like, all right, I can't give her a compliment because, you know, she's only receptive when other women give her a compliment or hot dudes.
Yeah.
So what can you do? Make her laugh. Tell me I'm wrong. I want someone to call in right now and tell me I'm off base.
That's really what girls mean. Like, I don't know why they make videos saying, like, not the truth. She's talking about, oh, don't come and do small talk with me. You don't mind that. You just only mind it when it's an ugly guy.
And if she's a pretty girl, she's been told she's pretty her whole life.
Yep.
What's the difference? You make her laugh. That's the only way. You can't give her compliments. Otherwise, it looks creepy.
I think if you're an ugly guy, you just have to wait your turn, which is a long time down the line. It's not really about making her laugh. It's just about, letting her get her number way up there.
Yeah.
No, you don't have to sit there and wait.
Yeah,
wait your turn.
You
Take
do.
a number.
Yeah.
I was told today, you want to be number 6? And I was like, no.
You gotta wait until
Who told you today you want to be number 6?
Oh, when I shot my shot. They're
Oh,
like,
okay.
oh, you want to be number 6? And I was like,
You want to be number 6 as in today?
No, like, just be, like,
In line.
Yeah, in line.
Oh, she's got 5 other guys she's going to hit up before you.
Yeah.
Damn, a girl told you that?
Yeah, she did. But I like her honesty. I was
And
like,
you didn't cry?
Was this
No.
on social media?
Yeah.
So you threw a shot at her on social media and she said, hey, get in line. You're number 6.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, you're sliding into DMs?
Yeah.
You're a dog.
Man, you dirty dog.
You a dog.
Yeah. I mean, constantly.
At least she put you in the top 10.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, she's saying, like, she had 5 other guys
That
that
she would hit up before you.
Yeah, like
Did you
she's
say,
like,
go ahead, put me down?
Yeah, I did. It was just like I went to, walked into a restaurant. And they're like, oh, it's gonna be a 30-minute wait.
You're like,
Okay,
I'll
yeah.
wait. You said I'll wait?
Yeah, I'll wait. Yeah. I'll wait for the buzzer.
Yeah, go ahead and put my name down. I'm here. It might be a while. Yeah, that's fine. I don't care.
Yeah, I got time.
Yeah, I got nothing going on.
Yeah, we're good.
Wow.
What's up?
He is the man.
Emilio?
Hey, this happened to me at a local. I worked for a local grocery chain, and there was this girl that filed sexual harassment on one of my friends because he was an older, like he wasn't a good-looking man, but he made compliments about her being real pretty and you're beautiful, and she filed sexual harassment on him.
Yeah, but if that dude would have been hot, young, great body, she wouldn't have minded, right?
Well, check this out. A guy started working there, young guy, big old buff dude, and he started talking to her real nasty, and she was all over it. And then I had to go to report it because he's sexually harassing her. And then it looked bad because she already had made a claim against this dude, but it's a preference. That's the only thing.
See, you got to know, right? You have to know. If you're maybe not that attractive, you can't give out compliments.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it just caused a lot of trouble, man. It's only what they want. That's it.
So, and then you're saying that the buff dude started talking nasty to her, and she was all about it.
Oh, yeah, she loved it. She was like literally like, I think she went out with him the next week.
Jeez. Right. Yeah. So it's only harassment if you're ugly.
I love when girls give us advice, but they're lying.
Yeah, they are.
She's like, you can give a girl a compliment.
Well, you're not saying the truth. That doesn't help anybody.
I mean,
you realize that actually just hurts the process, right?
This is the truth. Do you want to hear the truth?
I'm so sorry, but no amount of money could make me hang out with an ugly dude.
That's the truth. There you go. There's the honesty right there.
Mm-hmm.
If she thinks she's a baddie, she's not going to hang out with an ugly dude unless you got. I mean, even this woman's saying, I don't care how much money you got.
I'm so sorry, but no amount of money could make me hang out with an ugly dude. Like, I'm walking down the street in Miami. This is like the street in Brickell where you always see an ugly, ugly ass dude with the hottest girl on his arm. And I'm just sitting here and I'm thinking, money's not that hard to make.
Yeah, it's not that hard for her to make that money to have to be around that ugly dude.
Gotcha. It's
That
just
is so
you're not giving
funny.
us ugly guys anything to work for.
Nothing.
Like you're just saying there's no shot.
All right. Now, this woman, she says that in the animal world, the males compete for the woman's attention.
This is only going to offend insecure men.
Okay. No, it's not. And I think I've got a good theory on this.
Okay.
Okay.
This is only going to offend insecure men. But isn't it wild that the majority of other species, the males, compete for the female attention and the opportunity, the luck, the blessing to mate with them?
Yeah. Men used to do that. It was called chivalry. And men used to court women. And men used to have to put in a lot of effort in order to get the goods.
Yeah.
To secure the mating, right? They used to have to put a ring on it to secure the mating. So we had to do the song and dance. We had to open the car door.
Mm-hmm.
We had to, first you would do what you would have, you'd put together a playlist for her, right? You'd
yeah.
Yeah, remember, or you'd be on the phone with her all night.
Mm-hmm.
You would write nice letters to her. You would buy her gifts. You would bring her flowers. We used to have to do everything that this woman described, right? Men used to have to do that and used to have to marry the woman in order to mate with her.
This is a relatively, in terms of time, this is relatively new, this new age of hooking up.
This dumbass, she's like, yeah, in the animal kingdom, the animals and the birds, they have to do dances and they got to do all this.
Fight.
And they would have to fight and compete for the woman just to mate
Yeah.
with her. Yeah, that's what our grandpappies did. They had to compete.
They did.
The whole ass movie, The Notebook, is about that. It's about courting a woman. It's about sending a love letter every single day for a year, but mom never gave them to her because mom was like, nah, you don't want to be with that guy. The Notebook is the ultimate courting. She's like, oh, I want a house with a white picket fence or whatever, a White House, whatever it is. He built the damn thing. That's all about courting. And now this lady, she's like, in the animal kingdom.
That is how it goes in the animal kingdom.
Well, in today's 2025 animal kingdom, men can just swipe right and get some booty.
I watched.
That's not our fault. We were fine doing the dances.
Yeah,
we were fine with all that.
And she's right. In the animal kingdom, it's like that, but it's with humans, it's not really like that.
Not now.
Yeah.
But it used to be. But now listen to her. Listen to her tone though.
I have to do all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
This is only going to offend insecure men.
How's that? That doesn't offend us. That's how we wanted it. That is how we wanted it.
Yeah.
Right? We wanted to court you. We wanted to do all those things.
That's it.
Right? You were raised to be a gentleman.
That doesn't offend us. Insecure man.
No.
This is only going to offend insecure men. But isn't it wild that the majority of other species, the males, compete for the female attention?
Isn't it wild that in the animal kingdom that the women don't just put out? That they make the man work for it and he has to court and he has to do a dance? She doesn't just swipe right and let him hit it. Right? No, he has to do a lot of stuff, and a majority of the time he gets denied.
I don't know
Isn't that crazy? In the animal kingdom, they're more selective. Right? So you could spin this around. Now, this is going to offend insecure women, but in the animal world, the women are way more selective. They don't just let anybody hit it. They wanted to get the best man that's going to produce the best offspring. Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
That is crazy.
That's
to
a
me.
crazy concept.
This is going to offend insecure women, but even in the animal kingdom, if that woman doesn't want it, she'll just fly away, and then he gets none.
She actually turned some of them down.
She turns most of them down, Derek.
Yeah.
And the animal, they were like, no, you don't get none of this.
This is gonna offend.
And the opportunity, the luck, the blessing to mate with them. But in the human species, we have men on the internet crying about being lonely, and then blaming women because they won't look at them. There are some animals, some species of birds or types of birds. Am I saying that correctly? I don't know. But birds that will put on full shows.
That's what we did. We put on full productions.
Yeah.
Right? Show up with a big bouquet of flowers.
Go above and beyond.
Take you out to dinner. It was a show. It was a dance. We did the whole production.
And
you
don't like
dumbass.
In the animal kingdom, though, it's not always, it's not always glitz and glamour.
But with the animals that she was talking about.
Yeah. Well, I saw these birds, so obviously I had a lot of downtime because it was raining on my beach vacation. And Ryan Reynolds, Deadpool, of course, he was doing a voiceover on this one. And there was these birds that the males would fight it out to see who got to mate with the females, except for some of their male birds actually look like females. And so they would just kind of hang around and watch the fight. And while the male birds are busy fighting, they would then mate with the females.
I like it.
But the only problem is sometimes when the males were done fighting, they would then mate with the bird that acted like a female.
Oh, damn.
But they would just take it because they got free, sex on the side.
Well,
yeah.
That's weird.
Why did they just fly
and
off?
compete
Well, they
for
could.
the female's attention. There are other species of animals that will literally fight to the death to get a woman.
That's what men would do. Men used to, they'd be like, they would have to compete for the affections of a woman.
Mm-hmm.
There's a whole ass movie. It's a Wonderful Life. It's one of the more popular Christmas movies of all time. And George Bailey, right? She was actually spoken for by another man. And it was like two birds, but she was into George. And George, guess what George had to do? He had to court her.
Damn.
He did.
He had a whole song and everything.
He did.
In the animal kingdom, the birds have to do a dance and all that stuff.
Then I'm sorry, they don't want that anymore, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think men would love to be court.
Yep.
What's up, Dan?
Hey man, isn't it crazy how in the animal kingdom, like the women don't give off mixed signals?
Well, and they don't put out in the animal kingdom. A lot of times those birds, I watched this one bird. This dude danced his ass off.
Yeah.
Had his feathers out. Did this
He's been working on the dance.
I mean, the whole dance and everything. And the woman, she's just sitting there with her little feathers crossed, looking at him,
Not
looking
impressed.
at him, not impressed, not impressed. This dude gets done. He's got a big grin. He's like, hey, do we get the hump or what? And then she just flew away. I loved it.
I saw this female spider that would require tribute to try to mate with her.
Yeah, you had to bring her a gift.
You had to bring her a fly, usually wrapped up, except for this one, nard spider. He just kept trying to wrap up trash because he couldn't get a fly. And he got away with it for a little bit until eventually the girl caught on and then killed him. Because he kept bringing her, wrapped up trash, which is hilarious.
This is going to offend you,
but there are birds that compete for the female's affections.
Yeah.
Just to be the lucky one.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we did.
Yeah.
And
That's
then you
what
were like,
we did.
we don't want that.
And then it was like, now you got Tinder. So
Yeah.
dudes have now been trained. They don't have to do songs, dances, dinners, or nothing.
Nope.
Yeah.
All they got to do is just swipity swipe. And then you get some
And
cheeks.
then other guys don't want to sit here and do all the courting because we see that you give it to the guys that just swipity swipe.
Right.
And
That's
what do
why I
they
would
get?
be
What do they
courted.
get called? They
Yeah.
get called simps.
Yes.
So now we have a derogatory term for the man that still wants to court the woman and do the nice things.
He's a simp.
Not no
He's
more.
a simp.
And girls joined in on calling them simps. Girls didn't step in and defend them like they should have. Girls weren't like, whoa, 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 why are we calling these guys simps? No, girls doubled down on calling them simps.
Here's the good
I
news.
don't know how many times I've heard that girl be like, oh, he's a simp.
He simps for me.
Yeah.
Here's what I think.
Dummies.
Just like in everything else, it corrects itself.
It does.
And I do think we are going to get back to
We will.
the courting.
Yeah.
It'll
You think?
correct itself.
I do
Yes,
think it will.
I do.
I think
I
it's
do.
starting to a little bit.
I think you're
Some
seeing
of the girls that are coming of age and like dating, they're like, I'm not.
they're not putting
Yeah.
out. They're like, no, I'm
Mhm.
not putting out. No,
Yeah.
no, no. I'm being more selective. You're seeing that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And men, you're gonna have to learn chivalry again. You're gonna have to open doors again.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're gonna have to learn some manners.
You are.
You're gonna have to. Yes, ma'am.
Right.
Right? And you might have to get out of and I remember you'd see stories about how dads, if the dude didn't get out of the car and walk up to the door, the dad would come out of the house and he would go and he would tell that dude, I'm gonna beat your ass if you don't get out of here. You're not dating my daughter. Because he didn't take the time to get out of the car to go up to the door to greet her at the door.
Ooh.
There's that one comedian that's like, you used to have to call the house, and sometimes, unfortunately, the dad would answer. And then you're like asking to talk to his daughter.
Yeah.
And he'd be like, for what? And you have to lie and be like, oh, I have a math question. And they'd be like, oh, that's great. I'm great at math. What's your question? You know what I mean? You used to have to jump through some hoops.
Yes.
It wasn't just like served up to you on a platter.
Yeah, not even it. They put it in a paper bag now. It's fast food.
Oh my God.
It's not even on a plate. It's in a paper bag.
Mm-hmm.
It's awful, but it's going to correct itself.
It will.
I did see this. I thought this
will.
was kind of funny.
Name something in your home that isn't working.
All right, name something in your home that's not working. Think about it. Think about it.
My wife.
You rascal. You little rascal.
Which of the 7 dwarfs describes your wife in bed?
Oh, man.
Sleepy.
Yep.
Sleepy. Nard's like sneezy.
Terry!
This is just to get up on the boards bashful?
Bashful. Bashful.
Well, you know, most dudes are grumpy.
Yeah, grumpy.
Fill in the blank. I'm getting really tired of my wife's blank.
Family.
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 And I love them. And I love them.
And you love them.
I love them.
He has to say that.
You're getting tired of her damn family.
Boom, right there on the
If
board.
your wife left you on Saturday night, what would you do on Sunday morning?
Sleep in.
Sleep.
Oh, yeah. How many dudes get to sleep in on the weekend?
I don't know.
Never.
Never?
Oh,
They're
good.
You don't
always
even
like,
have anybody.
I know, but like even when you did, like you gotta be like, yo,
It's you did.
you gotta get chores.
I always have.
It's time.
Now it is our job to report the news.
The big-ass giant world news.
The revolution will be broadcast.
On the Billy Madison Show.
Yes. Billy Madison Show. Derek, you got an update on this Diddy story, right?
Yeah, so the Diddy verdict is in. He was found guilty on 2 of the 5 counts that he was charged with. I believe not guilty on racketeering, not guilty on sex trafficking. He was found guilty on 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution, which a lot of people are very confused because they feel like that is sex trafficking. But apparently it's not. He still faces, I'm reading, anywhere from 5 to 10 years in prison. I don't know. I don't know how long he's been in now. I don't know what kind of. His lawyers want him released today and to come back for sentencing later. I don't know if he will or not. I don't know if he will or not. But the most serious charges that were going to keep P. Diddy locked up for the rest of his life, he was found not guilty on. So even if he does some time, which I don't know how much more he'll really do.
Right.
It could be. I mean, I don't know.
So he could be out.
He could. I don't know if the judge is going to get him time served. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what you have to serve, in federal.
The good thing is you have Google. You can look it up.
Yeah, this is just breaking right now. But what he is not guilty on the most serious crimes. So he will eventually get out.
He's not going to face life in prison.
No. I think even if he has to go do time, I bet he's out in like a year.
So there's this girl claims that she wasn't paid for babysitting duties because she wore an inappropriate lace tank top to babysit.
That's what.
And so the family was like, "I'm not going to pay you."
That seems really weird reason not to pay somebody.
This is the tank top in question.
Nothing wrong with it.
This is just pretty. It's a basic tank top.
That seems like.
But the family thought that was inappropriate. They were kind of in a pickle because they had to be somewhere, so they had to use her as a babysitter. But then
they come back and try not to pay her.
Yes, they're like, we're not going to pay you. Your outfit was inappropriate.
We didn't have time to go over this with you because we had to leave, and we needed you to stay here and watch the babies.
Yeah.
I'd light their house on fire. Just for the disrespect.
Gen Z and millennials, dirty little secrets, embarrassing living conditions at home. They're saying it's the dirtiest generation of all.
Really?
Yeah.
I do not see that.
They're saying that the Gen Z and millennials showed that 31% admitted to having a room in their home that hadn't been cleaned in at least 6 months.
You say dirty, and I just think like sex. But you're talking about actually just dirty.
Yeah, like dirt.
Yeah,
grime,
that makes sense.
Not cleaning.
That adds up.
That kind of stuff.
Yeah. Like my kid, my 17-year-old, I asked her to vacuum the living room the other day, and she was struggling. She was struggling to figure out how the vacuum even worked.
Yeah,
I realized I never asked her to do that before.
She's like, what's his problem?
You ask her to clean anything, and she nards out.
What's he doing?
She's like,
oh, he was going to get you to vacuum.
Right?
But
listen,
why?
She's top 10 in her class, very smart. But you ask her to clean something, and she fully nards.
She's like, I go to school. I'm top 10. Why am I cleaning?
It's like, well, who's going to clean your place that you live in?
If you eat this popular snack before bed, you will have a sweet dream. So, because I guess people that have constant nightmares die earlier.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense. It does seem to stress them out.
So some people, there's foods you want to avoid before getting some shut-eye, is what Nar called. He doesn't go to, he's like, I'm getting shut-eye. I'd be like, hey, Nar, what are you doing? I'm about to get some shut-eye.
Yeah.
So there's certain foods that you need to, so they could also explain why so many people so often blame dairy for bad dreams.
Oh, okay.
So that's one. But I guess there are,
not true.
Unsurprisingly, this is especially true if you're sensitive to dairy. You might have bad dreams after having dairy. Could cause you to have some nightmares.
I'm sensitive to dairy, but I still hit that bowl of cereal before bed every night.
Sweet, spicy food and dairy also can give you nightmares.
I don't know.
But I want to know. I don't want to have a nightmare. I want to have a good dream.
I mean, I haven't had a nightmare since I think I was like 6 years old.
I haven't had a nightmare. I don't remember any of my dreams. I don't
like
think
I'd feel embarrassed if I was an adult having nightmares.
I don't think I've been in REM sleep in 20 years.
Like, really? Like, grow up.
You know where you're in that REM sleep?
I've never heard of it.
I don't know. It's REM.
I've never got it. I've never been there to the REM realm.
Most people don't know to follow this unspoken rule at Disney World when you get on rides. They have, like, usually, like, I'll give you an example. The Haunted Mansion, right?
Mm-hmm.
People will, because they've already been on the ride.
Yeah.
And so as the guy's doing his voiceover, people are then chiming in, doing the voiceover, but it ruins the experience for people that have never been there and have not heard that guy deliver it. Because it's like this real creepy thing, you know, this voiceover
It's part of the ride.
And
it's a big part of the ride.
And so people, it's like going to a concert and the person next to you is singing along to every song. And
Or the person next to you is getting a mouth hug.
All right. Well, I would rather that than them sing.
I'd rather sing.
It's distracting
when they're singing the song, and then it's
The
like
mouth hug is distracting
I'm
me
not
from when I'm
paying.
there.
I'm
And
not
the
paying
floor
to hear
was
this terrible
disgusting.
singer
I'm
that's
not
next to
paying
me.
to see someone else enjoy something else.
Well,
No,
whatever.
I mean, and guys, this was not an attractive couple doing this.
Yeah, that's
all
what
right.
I'm saying.
I'm sorry.
They were juggalos.
At least they're quiet. I didn't pay.
At least they're quiet.
I didn't pay to see this schmuck next to me.
But everybody's singing.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Everybody.
That's why I don't go to a lot
That's
of shows.
part of the fun, actually, at the concert is the whole crowd singing.
Oh, I know.
It's like, oh my
Sing
God,
along
they
in your
all-
car in a
everybody knows
shower
the
like normal
words.
people. Yes, of course. If you're at the show, you know the words.
I get it.
Right
but I'm
next
just saying,
to you, and it's like,
that is part of the fun.
ugh.
It's not. It's. But I agree with you that that would ruin the ride at Disney.
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
Yeah, that makes sense.
A Florida man headbutted by airborne shark while surfing.
Damn.
It was all caught on video. It's insane. See, it's like the shark did it on purpose.
Yeah. Which
jumped
he did,
out of
because
the
sharks
water.
are idiots.
And
No,
then,
they're pretty smart.
no, sharks? Well, because
Nobody's ever accused sharks of being smart. Only you.
Nope.
Only
They're
you.
smart.
No, everything you hear about sharks is they're morons.
No.
I think so.
They got two track minds.
They eat
Make
license
babies and
plates.
eat. I mean, they do eat license plates, but that's like the river ones. It's like
River
those-
sharks?
Yeah, you know the ones that get lost and end
Yeah.
up down in like a river.
Yeah, that's morons.
Like, oh, let me eat that license plate.
Well, it's because of the current. It's not because they're dumb.
No, it's
They
because they're
get
dumb.
pushed.
We don't belong on the
They don't
Mississippi.
have arms.
You're right about that.
Yeah,
I've never seen I've never seen any fish, shark, any of that have
Yeah,
arms.
so you got to blame the current on where they get shoved at.
Could you imagine a dolphin with arms? That'd be a problem.
I did have this little tiny fish, and what it would do is it would poop out sand, and that had little
What?
arms. It was kind of cute.
Oh my God, a shark with arms! I would never go to the ocean.
Insane.
Yeah.
The only time was that one DC
my
cartoon.
Hell no, dog.
Well, there's that one where it's like the Shark Man or whatever. It's in the DC universe.
Yeah.
He's all stupid, but
Oh
he's got
yeah,
arms.
he's an idiot.
Yeah, what's that one where the big girls dress up like her for Halloween?
Harley
Quinn. Yeah, well, there's a Harley Quinn cartoon that's kind of funny on Max.
Yeah, it is.
And they got a big giant shark, stupid dude.
Yeah, he's an idiot.
He's like the nard of the crew.
He is. He's just a moron.
All right, that's it for us. We'll see you tomorrow.